to get into it. Second series here on the B stream of IEM Kraków set to begin. FUT looking to add another upset to their resume. It's G2 on the other side of the server, and we're kicking things off on Mirage.
Well, it will be a T-side start here for FUT Esports. We'll see what G2 have on the defense. FUT Esports heading over towards the A bomb site for a simple pistol round here.
Just an A execute. And actually not even too big of an execute. Just one smoke, one Molotov to chuck out from Krivini.
And you can get G2 rotating in pretty quick to deal with this, but Mattis taking a lot of damage out towards CT. He's going to have to drop back. Opening kill goes the way of Hunter. Push through CT. Oh, Mobs, you really needed to take that one. Mattis was setting you up for a golden shot. Heavy God coming through, at least getting one back. SunPayus also stepping up here for G2, but FUT Esports have done well to get themselves into an equilibrium. A 2v2 post-plant situation, but the advantage once again siding with G2 as they step up into this retake. These 8 bomb site post-plants were a real problem for FUT Esports, and they're looking to try and close things out in the pistol. They're unable to do it, and Hunter, again, another individual round for him, kicking things off here for G2.
Yeah, just a little smirk on his face, starting it out really, really well. Nice kill through the smoke on the execute. I think that's up towards Palace. He's just taking blind shots at the angle and is able to nab ahead, but another great sequence from Hunter to recover. A tough situation for the squad. Pistol round goes the way of G2, and that's an area of the game that FUT had over Furia yesterday. I think they won all 4 pistol rounds in the 2 maps that they played against Furia. Obviously not a benefit they're going to have here today. Very early on, ripped away from them. So G2 gets the nice start. Saw gets to sit back in that chair and relax, check out the notes while his team goes up against a low buy.
Oh, we do have a keyboard issue right now, so we'll get that one resolved as quickly as possible. Let's think back to some of those weaknesses yesterday on the T side for FUT Esports. It felt like they were getting into the A side consistently. It was G2 were just able to figure it out, right? Furia were able to figure out a lot of those retakes, and that's a big reason as to why the comeback started happening from Furia CT side. But also, that was how they won. They figured out the A bomb site. They had a lot of different looks towards that A site, and they were able to find a recipe. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a heavy game plan towards the A bomb site today again from FUT Esports.
Yeah, they really did kind of enjoy hitting the extremities. You know, I think it's going to be fun to watch how they're able to kind of progress throughout the half as well, calling against this team. So we'll see if they can get some success on the board. It's a tough 1v2 clutch that Symmetry loses in the pistol, and he's the one with keyboard issues after the fact as well. So you know, maybe not draw 1 and 1 together, but you know, it's there in the world. We're still so early on into this. One thing I was going to bring up as we got into the map veto earlier is one of the cool thing about this FUT team is they're another one of those squads kind of rising through the ranks where the interview they gave is just like, actually, you know, a lot of our players had a lot of offers. This team could have blown up. A lot of players could have chosen to go elsewhere, join a different team, join a different lineup, but they all chose to stick together, consciously saying, right, we've had this time together, these 2 to 3 years where we've worked together, and we're now in a place where we can try and capitalize on that. So giving themselves this year to see what they can actually do, see what kind of a team they've put together here. And so far in the early going, it's looking good as they're sitting 1-0 in IEM Kraków Stage 2 up against G2, down 1 after the pistol.
Yeah, round 2 force buy in straight away here. We got Galil's coming out, a scout for Krivini and a Deagle for Demon. Gonna go out heavy through middle. Demon, the solo player, playing in the underpass.
Are they just going to try and hit a timing walking up con? I mean, the way they're walking down mid at the moment makes me feel that way. That smoke is going to change their plans, so it gets stalled out as the defensive smoke is deployed. Mattis has vision up on short. They're going to come right through that smoke, so yeah, they do want to be aggressive.
We're going to spray down through con. It's going to be Jukes taking SunPayus away. Mattis will peek out has made it successful frag to keep things even here. 4v4. And a reposition from earlier in middle. They'll go and send Demon through underpass. The rest gathering up outside of the apartments at B.
So Demon's going to be a little bit of a fake. He's got smoke flash. He's just put the smoke top con. He wants to show like they're going to be moving up short to keep the attention of Mattis towards Catwalk while his 3 teammates with rifles walk in the B halls. It's a double setup though with Heavy God and a nice long-range crossfire that's going to be tough to break through.
Yeah, it's a strong position for Heavy God. We'll see when Mattis gets called back to try and help out. It could be a window of opportunity here for Demon to climb through. Mattis got the information, alerts Heavy God to the oncoming B hit. 35 seconds, Heavy God, despite being aware, could not do much about it, and then Symmetry as well following up. So Mathis is gone. Good peek out here from Market on Hunter's side. It's another double kill. Hunter doing great work across these first 2 rounds here for G2.
Another double kill and a really smart one as he's got safety. Gets the kill and survives. Stradini's missed his chance to get the ball plant, gets the dink. Tons of damage, but that flank, he never expects an easy kill from Malbs, but that's all Hunter. Stalling it out, keeping attention in that direction, staying alive, and letting Malbs activate on the flank. Another brilliant round from the G2 IGL. Huge hand in the good start of a 2-0. I wonder, they didn't get a bomb plant, but do they still force with 3 kills? Do they want to get, how crazy is this team?
Well, I think we're about to find out, Jason.
Surely they don't force by. Okay.
No, it's going to be Deagles. I like that.
I was going to, and I was like, please don't be getting armor.
Maybe, just maybe, they're crazy on the Deagles, though, Jason. We'll have to wait and see. 5 Deagles across the board. Everybody's getting to go. If everybody just gets 1D, you know, we're fine.
Yeah.
But somebody's not getting 2.
That logic does actually work.
Yeah.
It is sound.
It's
Now somebody needs 3.
not really working out
fine.
too well, is it?
Yeah,
Well, it's all easy and breezy here for G2. And, you know, this is what we're talking about. For esports, can they
recover
get into the
from this,
game,
yeah.
you know, if they don't get a good start? And yesterday against Furia, it wasn't a clean start to the game. It was pretty back and forth. They won that Fortify Award. None of these rounds have gone their way this time. So G2 are going to have a comfortable 3-0 start. If they keep everybody up here, the damage inflicted to the economy over the last couple of rounds will start to be recovered. And that is the case. So G2 going to be very happy. Flawless round here. Everybody stays alive.
Flawless victory.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to keep some money going as well. So let's see what G2 can do as they continue on the CT side. It's on FUT Esports to start figuring out some solutions.
Figuring out some solutions and even just testing their game plan, right? Probably haven't felt like they've gotten into it with the force buy in the second. Now the first gun round comes in. So you got all the nades you could possibly need. All the smokes and mollies. 5 AK-47s for FUT's T side. Instant window smoke, base of catwalk smoke as well. Gonna activate them to cross over towards the boxes. Molotov will keep them away. Double nade in towards window. G2's been playing it pretty active, pretty frisky, but nobody's home in this round. But it is mid control. 4 defenders here at the moment. Dumping tons of utility to never let middle be a comfortable part of the map for FUT, but it backfires.
And Krabeni fires forward. So that's Mattis out of there, and an advantage for FUT Esports as they play into middle. They'll again leave Demon on his own, just prowling towards the apartments. Job of Jugs to make sure no one pushes through T-spawn, and the rest can stay committed to mid.
Yeah, very passive setup at the B bomb site. Hunter's shifted over. He's going to pick up that part of the puzzle. Mattis has gone down. You still have Heavy God committed to ladder room, so they needed a body over towards that B bomb site. Here comes the attack. It's coming up short. The defense is in the right place.
Sure is, and SunPayus. Oh my god, just peek. That is ridiculous, isn't it? Didn't even really see him at all. So Juice and Symmetry at least getting a couple of kills back here. Lounx, important frag, but it all falls to Malbs to try and clutch this up. It'll be a 1v3, and he pulls out his Deagle, his trusty sidearm, not able to get the job done this time, and FUT Esports do get on the board.
Yeah, but that's so close. I actually don't even mind that whatsoever from G2. I think that's a really, really cool fight that they manufactured, having 2 players over at the B bomb site pushing towards short. They had a very clear read of where FUT was going to attack into it, and the trades and the fights just don't all go their way. But that's a nice trap setup coming through that con smoke and being prepared for that battle. Could have gone south very quickly, but first run on the board for FUT. Thankfully, all that money was built up because you got plenty of cash. However, this time the instant smoke is a little bit delayed, and Hunter gets caught with a peek. 5-2 for Hunter, but he's going to sit this round out. 5-on-4 for FUT. They rotate back around through T-spawn, readjust to the A bomb site, other side of the map.
Again, a heavy game plan towards the A bomb site. As we predicted, we'll see if FUT Esports finds some success here. They've got 1 player up in Palace. All the remaining players going to go through the ramp.
Here's the execute. M4 is going to be in front of it. SunPayus steps up to the plate as well.
Here he comes to the AWP. Malbs peeks up, gets caught by the flash, and SunPayus with that first kill and the second as well here from SunPayus. Shutting down the attack out towards the site. Under a minute on the clock. It's still a 3v3. FUT Esports doing a good job at least keeping this fight going, but SunPayus is killing everything! Nearly the ace from the back of triple, but Jugs could still win this. He's got to figure out where the last 2 remaining players are. He has a good idea. but no one from G2 is giving him this chance. Jugs now walks towards CT. No peek. As G2 realize their strength is the numbers that they've got still up, and Heavy God with discipline realizes it's a good time to peek out. But it's all SunPayus in this round. 4 kills in the back of triple.
Yeah, I really love watching SunPayus in this G2 jersey because he has come back alive in CS2. He started out so slow, felt like he couldn't get a feel for the game. In this G2 roster, you're starting to see more rounds like this that remind you how much of a danger he was at the end of CSGO. Now he's starting to put it together here in this roster. That's a brilliant quad kill. Keeps them going, keeps them trucking, keeps them in the lead with plenty of cash to play with. Round 6, a 4-1 lead for G2. And these rounds, I mean, these kind of low-buy Deagle rounds that FUT have come up with a couple of times in this half haven't really had a whole lot of success. Haven't even gotten a couple kills here or there. Nothing really to talk about. They haven't done much to limit the economic growth of G2 in these rounds.
Krubeni's already up for Cat. He's going to take that fight against Mattis and actually loses it. Now Mattis can turn his attentions up towards the apartments as they anticipate a B split. And it's stalled out by utility. So this round is done.
Yeah.
These boys not going to win this one. And it's pretty frustrating for them. They're not able to get anything going on this T side in terms of stringing consistent rounds together. But look at G2 now going 5-1 up in the game.
Yeah, where yesterday I felt like it was Furia who couldn't find opening kills against FUT. Right now it's FUT who in the initial engagements is just really struggling. That is a lovely flashbang. However, with Mattis still here, you don't have access to the site until that D comes in. All right, now we've got some space to work with. 2-on-3.
Dude, Hunter's getting dropped low too. He's 5 HP. Perhaps he called this one a little bit too early. Jugs putting that bomb down in the site, gets off the spot. And all 3 remaining G2 players coming in from the same side. So this could end up being a FUT esports round because Symmetry's now got an M4 to play with. Play towards bench. That Molotov isn't going to force him out into the open. He can maintain his spot, and the Deagle needed that one, but there we go. That'll work out instead. And my God, FUT esports have dragged us into a 1v1, and once again, it will be SunPayus to deliver the goods here for G2. That comes way too close at the end, but SunPayus recovering.
That's an insane recovery in the round for FUT to get the bomb plant, to get 4 kills. All that work that G2 had done to have such a clean slate, to build up money. Now their economy's right on the edge. SunPayus has saved the op, but that money is on the verge of being broken. So timeout called by FUT. They realize the opportunity they've just created for themselves. They have a chance right now to break the economy, the money of G2, and close the gap on the scoreboard, make things a lot easier. A huge round for FUT coming in. So this timeout is where they talk over what's your favorite tactics to get you around? What's the highest percentage round win strategy you can call at this point? Because this round is worth multiple.
Nothing has been working towards the B bomb side, right? So you'd imagine we're going to see.
I don't know. Those Deagles look pretty good in the last.
Yeah, that's pretty true. But you know, the initial attack up through Cat, you know, they're not really getting the B split potential going.
The mid portion of their attacks is getting. G2 seems to really have a focus on eliminating that mid portion of the attack, of shutting it down, of harassing it, of making it really uncomfortable, and then dealing with the extremity a little bit later.
All right, let's see what FUT esports have decided to call coming into this one. We've got Jugs heading towards Palace. Out towards top middle is Krubeni. Symmetry joining him. Laux this time being the man to be sent forward in the underpass. Demon will hold on that B push, and Laux just hanging out quiet at the moment as SunPayus clears out the apartments with the scope.
Nothing crazy from G2 where we've seen previously in other rounds where there were, like, 4 in middle and no one playing B, 2 pushed up on Cat. This is more standard, more defaults. 1 player playing ladder room, that's Mattis. 1 player in jungle and window, that's Hunter. And then you have the short player in Heavy God. So those 3 kind of work together in tandem, a little bit of a defensive triangle to try and keep control of window room and con. Molotov doesn't give any sound ticks or information over to him. There's a window smoke and flash out, so G2 right now calling that mid control for FUT is underway.
Heavy God waiting, biding his time, and in the meantime, Jugs has lost a lot of his health as they cross into the open. They line up, and he only gets to 1, but it's the distractions that are for Mattis that is beautiful, and he'll finish off that low HP and get a dink off as well. So nothing Laux can do here. That last shot really stops any chances of this 1v3 happening. And the time also against him. Molps just out from window, secures another round here for G2. And really, there's nothing to worry about at the moment for G2.
No, that's great. I mean, what a incredible sequence from Mattis, who does great work up in ladder room as well, just keeping track of the spacing. They're breaking open the smoke to make sure that Khan isn't being attacked whatsoever. He's just lying in wait. But again, another little bit of a trap from G2, another emphasis towards the middle of the map that has just been such a nuisance. This time, it's the spam coming through from the A bomb site, does incredible damage to the short players just as they turn the corner. But Mattis is there for a nice, easy cleanup working with Heavy God. And back to mostly pistols we go. AK-47 on Kerbini. Galil on Lux. Kerbini's found the opening. That's Hunter who's gone down over in Khan. But do you have the weapons still to actually overcome this? You've given yourself a man advantage. Now you need to close it out. We're just going to hit a timing at the A bomb site. 5-on-4. Readjust a couple of players from middle back to A. And it's a 5-man attack, a set piece with utility.
Alves is going to wait. They cross out towards him. He gets caught out of position, and so Lanx is easily taking some space here for FUT Esports, and it just builds, and it builds more and more. SunPayus has been the recoverer of these rounds, and once again, he's doing it. Redemption from SunPayus out towards CT. Let's see if we can get another one going here. There is time for this. Oh my God! Give him a pixel, and SunPayus will slice you open. He's going to continue to move in. He switched out to the Deagle, and now he's waiting for Heavy God to arrive.
They have a smoke for Palace as well. Heavy God can deploy that smoke and actually take away that part.
No one's moving. They're not moving in on this. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to actually make the most of this opportunity. Utilities landing towards the site. They need to get on the defuse, but SunPayus is dead immediately, and time is gone. SunPayus does very well to make you think that G2 have a chance coming back into that retake. Does damage to the opponents, but it will be FUT Esports getting to celebrate another round victory.
I think it clicked in for SunPayus and Heavy God just a little bit too late. They could actually go for that.
Yeah.
You know, I think when you're in that 2 versus 5, I think Heavy God's brain is already like, all right, we're going to save. I'm going to be here in jungle to support SunPayus so he can back away. But once he gets that 3rd kill, they're like, oh, we can actually go for this.
I didn't expect you to do that.
But they're never in a position to actually fully commit to it, right? Like, Heavy God never actually entered the bomb site and tried to clear out any positions. The whole idea was like, oh, great, you got us 3 kills. Let me smoke the bomb and we'll see if we get lucky.
Right.
It's just unfortunate the way SunPayus is able to give you those 3 kills, but they come so late in the post plant that you can't put together a solid retake.
Another thing that's unfortunate about that is that SunPayus loses the AWP as well, right? So you don't have enough for it in this next round. We've seen how impactful it can be. So G2, they've got enough to keep a rifle here on Heavy God. Obviously, he saves it over, but everybody else, they've got some money in the bank. And so your buy's coming in the next round, not this one.
Well, I like this from G2 though. They're playing with the lead that they have, right? It's 6-2. You have a 4-round lead. You could force buy here, but if that goes the other direction, if you're to lose that, then all of a sudden you're probably looking at like 6-4, 6-5.
Not 6-7 though.
Not 6-7. Not yet, at least.
Kerbini losing a lot of his health early on here. I mean, if you're FUT Esports, this is the kind of round that you just cannot afford to lose.
Well, this is like the other round they had with the Deagles, right? Where you've actually opened up an opportunity for yourself to have an easier time to close the gap on the scoreboard. So yeah, if you can capitalize on that. This is the chance the first time they put themselves in a good position economically. Now they need to capitalize here. Molotov in towards window room. Heavy God's going to boost up, just misses the angle. As Launk slid away from it. Khan under heavy pressure. And this is going to be a pinch towards that A bomb site. FUT happy to let that smoke fade.
Oh, I like that they're setting Heavy God up to try and use this one rifle. He's done very well to finish off Kerbini, who was just taking damage consistently throughout the start of this round. That was a chance for the SunPayus 5-7, but it's the Mob P250 that does stellar work. 2 towards ramp and nearly a 3rd up towards stairs, but it's all about Hunter now. Comes out of the ninja boxes and takes Jugs away, and then Heavy God with the rifle. And I said they couldn't afford to lose around like that, FUT Esports, but they get devastated.
Just a bunch of players in ratty positions, and I think the moment kind of got ahead of FUT there. I think they, that kill towards middle, towards Khan, the peek from window from Heavy God, I think that got things started way earlier than they were ready for, and then it just got disorganized.
And you have to call timeout here.
Yeah, we're seeing some of the inexperience kind of fall apart in the chaotic moments. I mean, great shooting from Mobs. That's why you can always afford a P250 right there.
Especially in Bulbs' hands. Like, that was filthy. There was a world in which he got that 3rd kill, Jason.
Yeah, I know. $300 and he takes out 2 fully kitted out AK-47s. Some nasty work from Mobs close up towards ramp, and G2 come out on top 7-2, and that second opportunity that FUT created for themselves has been wasted, has been shoved to the side by G2, and now they have complete control of the map.
Well, now the other issue is there's just desperation will start to seep in for FUT Esports, and you don't have enough to get a good buy here, but you're going to throw everything you've got at it at least.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Just look at it.
An AK-47 for Krabeni, a Galil for Lounge.
Okay,
yeah.
so they're playing for the kind of end of the half right now. So they're seeing if they have a couple pieces that can create the opportunities that can steal a round away. But for the most part, looking for the last 2 rounds of this half. SunPayus misses the shot with the AWP. Nade should do decent damage. Chunks down Lounge. Wanted to be very much more aggressive FUT, but with that spot from SunPayus, they've had to slow down.
Well, Hunter heard that. His keen ear ready to strike, but Krabeni will fight him off. So it's a good opening here for FUT Esports. Problem is they've taken so much damage on board.
Yeah, I think Hunter wants to have that peek back. That sound cue, like he just got real thirsty for that
into
kill.
it, yeah.
He sure did. Okay, SunPayus, he'll get you the equalizer.
Yeah, he definitely will. Now here's the push into Palace as well. Malps and Mattis taking a really important part of the map here. G2 just marching, gathering information. They can start to flank. They can start shrinking this map as Heavy God is reliable. He'll hold short off with utility and bullets, and this will force FUT Esports to look elsewhere. And that is Mattis waiting on default boxes, and because you've seen Malls push so far up through Palace, he can't get to the site in time to stop this plant from happening.
And I have to imagine they're going to be aware of the possibility. They've taken over the A bomb site. They've got one, but they haven't found Malbs, who's been there and has been a nuisance for them a number of times. So they're going to be heads on a swivel wondering where he's gone to, and I think A ramp is going to be something that has the alarm bells ringing.
Yeah, eventually. They push in towards CT. Demon not feeling comfortable to maintain his position there. And here comes the swing of the challenge here from Heavy God. Hasn't been able to make it work, but Malps has found the perfect timing. Slips on out. That Symmetry dead. He's going to try and help his teammate. Oh, gets his comeback out just in time as Malps finds that secondary kill. It's now Krabeni waiting in Palace. It would take a monstrous 1v3, and the time is on his side. He may be alone, but he's got a teammate in the clock. And there's the defuse being stuck, and the shot for SunPayus, but the denial of the defuse. It will be FUT Esports to pull off the round, and Krabeni with the 1v3 clutch.
Yeah, it's exactly what that buy was for, right? A couple of pieces just to win you the round if that opportunity presents itself, and boy, did it. Krabeni takes complete control. The IGL getting an all-important 3rd round on the board for FUT. That's a lovely clutch in a 1v3. And another hard-fought round win for FUT.
Well, this is that opening. You said Hunter wanted to get back. Strolls on in. Krabeni, there's the opening kill, and he's the man to close as well. He does absolutely everything required. Incredible round here from Krabeni.
Yeah, opening kill, the entry into the A bomb site, and the 2 kills in the 1v2 to stop the defuse. Just a huge round.
There's so many moments you think are going to be the spine-snapping one here for FUT Esports in this first half, but they have shown tenacity to stay in it. They've still got a chance to get 5 rounds out of this half.
Ooh.
But unfortunately for them, they've lost Krabeni early on, so SunPayus getting the opening kill over the top of Khan.
Hunter, you going to do it again? Oh my lord, nobody has eyes on this.
Oh
Nobody's
my gosh,
watching
I love this play. Oh, nearly goes against Lunks there. He's able to hold on, and then he goes and gets a secondary kill as well. So it doubles up, despite being on 1 HP.
Uh-oh.
But the bomb is a problem, Jason. Look how far away that is.
Okay, and Lonks has 1 HP. So they've taken over this bomb site, but, you know, G2 is going to be just as confused. They're going to, at a certain point, they're going to be like, where the hell did everyone go? So
right.
Bomb is going to go get recovered. 7-3, 50 seconds on the clock. And where do you go back to? Because Lonks is like, now I got to move around the map all over again with 1 health.
Well, Jugs is going to come out of Palace. Down into the site, he will fight against Mattis. So that's the advantage now starting with FUT Esports.
And that's the frustrating death you take if you're Mattis, because you're just like, what the hell are these guys doing?
And you're like,
where did they
why
go?
did they pause? Why did they reset?
Yeah, why did they leave the bomb site just to come back to it?
And why are they now splitting the A bomb site? Well, they don't know the bomb has been dropped at top middle the entire time. But regardless, G2 need to stop it. What a shot from SunPayus! Jugs is going to get rid of him in response, and it puts it on Heavy God to clutch up. Can he do it with the 1v2? Here's that plank going down on triple. There's the chance to isolate it into a 1v1 fight, but Demon downrange, able to capitalize on the opportunity. And FUT Esports really coming back into this first half now and answering the questions we posed at the start of the day.
Exactly. We wondered if they could come back into a game, if they could get punched in the face, remain standing, and still fight back, and they indeed have. This is excellent from FUT. These past 2 rounds that they've put together, absolutely beautiful. And now you're starting to see some of that courage show up where they're going for some initial plays. They're going going for those opening fights. They're finding the duels they're looking for. This is great.
Yeah, great work from Lounks in that round as well. He really is the playmaker that gets in that round victory. Here they go through short. It's Lounks, the man I was just mentioning, at the front of the charge. Just some speed towards this B bomb site. Can Mattis hold on? He's in the middle of the site. He's going to be cleared out, no issue. And Demon to follow up through the apartments as well. So G2 completely crumble at the end of this half. And now you're looking at 3-5-7s trying to get the job done.
Oh, great call from Kerbini as well. The first time I think he sensed that he really had them on this low economy, and it's a fast round. Even SunPayus trying to get creative through the smoke ain't going to do anything. FUT, they're going to get a 5th round in this half. A brilliant recovery right at the end to win 3 rounds in a row. Shocking G2. 7-5 half in the favor of the favorites. But this game is close all the way through, and we'll be right back.
It's F-Flex on the beat.
Welcome back to the Intel Extreme Masters Krakow. We have got FUT Esports having to fight their way back into a game. Not getting the strong starts that they had against Furia. We wondered, would they be able to get back into a game if that happened? And they have proven yes is the answer to that question. And I just love this team, man. I'm really starting to enjoy watching them because every sort of test we give them, they pass at the moment.
Yeah, they've stepped up pretty much every time we've wanted to see if they can deliver a little bit more. Been really cool to watch. Now, I guess we have to ask, can you step up and actually close out this map? It is your pick in the series. Dust2 is next, where G2 wanted to take things. And a 3-round run to close the first half has put FUT within striking distance. Pistol round can take them the lead.
Palace push. Oh, Krabeni, okay, good start. Juke's also finding success here from the ramp, and he's going to go out again. for a follow-up headshot. Just not really getting this chance. They're going to run him down. His teammates got him. And really, so far, FUT Esports going to be very happy about this pistol round. You've got Hunter having to step up. It would be special if he was able to win that clutch, but unable to do it. And look at FUT Esports standing up, celebrating, and yelling across the other way because they know they've got the momentum. They've got the wind in their sails at the moment.
Yeah, I think G2 got tunnel vision on the player inside the bomb site because they need to clear him out to take the space. But Jugs did such a good job of just dancing back and forth and not actually committing to any fight. Stays alive, allows his teammate over in jungle to help him out, cutting down a couple players as they try and close the gap. That's Symmetry who gets a nice kill to keep him protected. And G2 just never got the kill that allowed them to step forward in that pistol round. Lovely work from FUT. One round away from tying things up. For all M4s in this round, knowing without a plant, without a whole lot of kills, unlikely to be any super dangerous rifles in play. They know the next round is going to have AK-47, so wanting to be prepared for it without too many SMGs. And Krabeni's going to go for a little bit of a look into its underpass, and he finds everything. I don't really know how he's alive.
No. But you know what? Might be something to do with everybody from G2
Having
having Glocks. Yeah.
That's unfortunate. All right, we're going to get a little chill round.
Hey,
so,
tight game, Jason. Can you believe it?
I think it's just really cool, man. Those last 3 rounds are crazy from FUT. They just grabbed control. That's very nice. Yeah, this is gonna be fun, but I mean, this is a chance for G2, at least in a round like this. Hunter's probably barking out some orders, kind of reminding them of a few things, just rehashing during a round they know is eventually just gonna fall away from them. Pistol is out, Lonks and Symmetry handle business. Full house between the two of them, all 5 kills, and we're tied.
Lonks was our highlight player yesterday in their series against Furia. Had a number of big moments, big plays, and another performance like that today. Alongside Krabeni, those are the 2 players that have spearheaded this comeback. And we often talk about Demon. Hasn't really been required today, or maybe not required, but he's definitely been required. I just don't think he's shown up. You know, that's the other side of things. And for FUT Esports, it's showing that they've got some depth to their squad.
I think part of it, Demon yesterday against Furia, most of his performance was on the CT side, anchoring that B bomb site. That's where we saw him. So I think this second half, you know, we have a chance to see if Demon can step up again, but he was excellent on the defense.
Well, push up towards top middle here from Krabeni. It's going to be Mobs that is his victim. He'll retreat back into the connector.
Krabeni was a heat-seeking missile there. He knew Mobs was there that entire time. Mobs didn't seem to have any indication or idea that anyone would aggress. He had no support.
Yeah, no flares to cast out. So right now it looks like FUT Esports, they can be the ones playing with every advantage. Momentum on the side, opening kill.
Look how proactive they're being. They're waiting for the smoke to fade because they want to push in and clear out Palace.
Yeah, they got so much confidence right now as well.
What's Krabeni, right? As the IGL, I mean, he's just running around the map playing Counter-Strike. He's just running around the map even like, what can we do here? What is there to do at the A-bomb site? Oh, we clear out Palace? Okay, you stick around. I'm going to leave. I'll go find something else to do. You stay in Palace. It's a great place to be.
And with every move that he takes, he's getting more and more information, helping him call this as well and adjust his defenses. And right now, G2 with 45 seconds left, start to make their way up through Cat, and they're going to be walking into a setup of Demon and Lonks together on this site. This is a very scary duo to try and go up against.
It's a very passive setup as well, playing with the man advantage. I like the philosophy.
They're going to cross Demon first, and actually they cross him out, no problem. So Lonks is now the player committed to the back of the site. He's got 1 pick. Symmetry's made his rotation in to help him out, and then Lonks as well off the back wall. So it's all on Mattis. So 1v4, they know exactly where he is. So he no longer has an element of surprise. He doesn't really have time either. Yeah, 15 seconds on the clock. Lonks just domes him. And even though Demon goes down alone, it's Lonks stepping up in his stead.
What's he saying right now? Is he saying like, no sweat? You guys are no issues. This is too easy.
I would say so. I mean, right now, he would be right too, Jason. This is crazy to see the turnaround from FUT Esports and G2 getting a taste of the team that have been upsetting everyone.
Well, they got to be careful because the way that FUT's starting to get loud in between rounds, and we just saw Krabeni just a round where he just played running around the map. If they're going to be the ones getting frisky and proactive and being the ones dictating all the action on the CT side, if like, you know, Mobs is going to get pushed top mid and taken out like that, G2 is going to be playing on the back foot this entire half. So they got to be really. I know I said I wasn't going to do it today. That one was inescapable.
You know what? I like them. Yeah, I don't know why you're apologizing. Well, here we go. Smoke's flying in towards the A-bomb site. Juke's going to play on the stairway. And G2 have actually forced them back. At least it doesn't matter because Juke still takes one through a broken smoke. And Heavy God falls by the wayside. So right now we're looking at G2 really just getting destroyed. Juke with a lineup of 2. They just eclipse one another. and there's absolutely nothing G2 can do. They are getting destroyed. They're getting pushed out of the server right now.
Oh, I know. This happened so fast. This happened so fast.
I have whiplash, actually.
That it feels like FUT took control of this game and now just hit this point where they're snowballing. And G2's got to be shook. This is now, what, 6 in a row going back to the first half? 7 in a row going back to the first half?
Yeah, this is crazy stuff. Crazy stuff coming out from FUT. Well, for G2, they've been stunned. Perhaps stun locked. Hopefully this time unlocks a plan, an idea, a way to get back into it. Hey, let their coach Saul have his say. And AWP has come to the server for SunPayus. And in that first half, he was hitting.
Yeah, it was one of the sparks for G2, so maybe it can do it again. Albeit now on the T side, going to be a little bit harder to string like some kind of crazy multi-kill together. Man, this is just tapping away, seeing if they can find information. A double kill lines up, just so fortunate. Actually, the execute came at a perfect moment. It was exactly what G2 wanted, forced everyone from the defense away, but took so much damage through the smokes as they cross in.
Right, out towards top middle, it's going to be SunPayus searching for that opening. Jumps up on the top mid boxes. Missed. Here. 4, 5, combined with that of Laux. And that SunPayus getting stopped. So that's the AWP we just talked about as a shining light. It's gone.
Well, and the play was called for SunPayus to do exactly that, right? They didn't insta-smoke window. They only insta-smoke back cap. They wanted to get him to position, jumped up, and it goes the other direction. Laux, you're getting a little bit crazy, my friend, but thankfully Symmetry's here with the op. Closes the gap, shuts down that choke point.
Yeah, continues to hold on, gets smoked out. Here goes Heavy Co through Palace. Util is going to make things a little bit uncomfortable here for Heavy God, so going to be able to continue to push out just yet. Allows a readjustment of the defense.
This attack is still lined up to head to the A bomb site. One con, one ramp, one in Palace, just waiting for their moment. Someone's going to have to be the instigator. At the moment, they're just praying for a mistake. Hoping it's going to be FUT who walks into a crosshair, who gives them the signal to move forward, but it's just so passive. FUT is really playing to not lose a player before the bomb gets planted.
Symmetry retreating, Demon up through short. It's going to be Mattis caught by him, and things continue to just get worse here for G2. 15 seconds on the clock. It's going to be Krabeni response. Heavy call with 2 from Palace, but all of his teammates are already gone, so it doesn't really matter at all. FUT Esports shutting G2 out of the server, shutting him out of Mirage. This is so impressive to see, and it feels like we're just going to be heading into Dust2 with FUT Esports having a map advantage at this point, because that was a timeout. That was after a timeout from G2.
Yeah, they look a little bit beat right now. They look shook. Krabeni's playing so well. This was him yesterday as well, just being a force over in middle. Now, this is something, his impact so far in this half is something that I expect over time with FUT is going to lessen. Teams are going to notice this trend of him being highly aggressive, going for a lot of peaks. He'll get neutralized eventually, but at the moment, while this is still kind of a surprise to some of these teams, he's maximizing how much impact he's able to have in the server, doing a really, really good job.
Yeah, you're going to make the most of that when you're at an event like Kraków, right? And you're coming in as one of the teams many would overlook. You're going to be putting preparation into the bigger opponents, the bigger names. And FUT Esports is the kind of squad that can just catch you off guard and really show you what it's all about. And right now, taking some big names. I mean, this is fantastic for FUT Esports too. Some of the names that they've defeated here in Kraków. Your Fury yesterday is going to be great for their VRS points. And win versus G2 is going to be the same. So, you know, for FUT Esports, a big performance in Kraków where you get some upset victories just helps the rest of your year. You know, your major qualification.
Oh, yeah, the VRS that FUT's getting off some of these wins is incredible. The win over Furia is obviously a huge boost. You had another one from G2, and FUT's laughing.
Yeah, stacking points. And I mean, that was something they really missed out on last year. You know, the rare opportunities that they did get, they looked really solid. But yeah, they didn't get a whole lot of chances to play at top events, so that's going to change going into 2026.
Oh, careful.
Yeah, Demon gets in a position. It's a little bit of an awkward spot for him there. The Tech-9's going to overrun him. Luckily, Laux is just unbelievable, isn't he? There's a 3K out from short. Dziugss is there to help him. And just the response. If you take one kill, there's like 2 other players filling that gap instantly here for FUT Esports. There's just no opportunity for G2 to get into this. 1v4 for Heavy God. They're running at him. There's no mercy whatsoever. Lounge is just shitting on them. Like it's just there's no other way to put it. It's just ridiculous.
Oh my god! And he's letting them know after every single round. 25 kills for Lounge so far in this game. What a beast! Shocking G2 here on Mirage. That's a quad kill in the round, and G2 just have no ideas. Quiet during this timeout. Saw's the one speaking. Coach trying to reinvigorate this squad, put some energy into it, come up with an idea where clearly his players are stumped. Op's going to come back for SunPayus, and another really good crack at it for G2 with a full buy. Fist bumps are out, but they need a complete change of how this game has gone. This was 7-2 at the favor of G2 at one point in this game. Now 9 rounds in a row for FUT.
Lounge bringing the passion and the frags to the server as we go into round 19. FUT Esports in search of map point. This could be a more comprehensive victory than they even got against Fury on Mirage yesterday. I went to all rounds of regulation despite having a 10-2 half in their favor. Let's see if they can close out against G2 now. This is G2's last chance. They get Hunter into the window. Timing perfect for Hunter. Oh, couldn't get both, but really nice play and low HP damage done onto Krubeni. He's on 10 left, so that's a lot of space opportunity there for Hunter, but he gets shut down straight away by Krubeni.
A lot of HE grenades just wasted and dumped out the window, and I don't think any of them really did any significant damage over to Mattis sitting at 84. Find some safety from the explosions. Finally, a little bit of positivity going for G2 on this T side where you get the opening kill. Even though it's traded, though, you've created a gap. You've created a weakness that you can try to exploit. So Mob slides into connector. Mattis is still ready to jump up in towards window at a moment's notice as soon as his teammates can take some attention away.
Well, Jugs knows what's coming at him. He knows just around that corner is a rifle. I didn't expect AWP, though, as he walks right into SunPayus. Spaniard happy to take that kill. 30 seconds on the clock. Symmetry knows that AWP couldn't have gotten far and is waiting for his opportunity to trade it out. But SunPayus, my god, I did not even see him on Symmetry's POV. So he's gone, and now it's just Demon. That's a good round from G2 in the end. Forward play staying up, and that's a must-win for them. They've taken that step at least.
Well, they've stopped the bleeding, right? Well, maybe that's
put a
too
Band-Aid
much.
on
Maybe
it,
that's too much. Yeah, they've just stopped this run that's going on at the moment. So can they actually turn it back now? Because they'd had such a lead earlier, they're not too far away. It's not like they're getting blown out in terms of the scoreboard, just blown out in terms of that 9-0 run from FUT. But G2, a real chance now to come back into this. A little bit of success on the T side. Can Hunter help build into it? That's a great round to get out of a timeout where your coach is the one primarily making the call. So he's given you a lifeline here, and need to capitalize on it as G2. Nothing fast in this round. No one wanted to give anything up too easy, too early. Benny's thinking of been running around being a menace in middle for most of this half. It's time to chill. Make sure they can't actually read what play I'm going to be bringing out. Beautiful nade down onto Mattis to 52 HP. And G2 still yet to make their first move on the map, just now sliding into that mid control.
.45 seconds. G2 positioning themselves well for this B split, but a Symmetry taking that first, the rifle, then revealed, and it's Lounge looking to line them up. Bomb is down. Had to go for the reload, end up getting caught by SunPayus, but Demon, he's been pretty rough on this B bomb site this entire map, and again, a bit of a misfire, but his teammates ain't missing anything. Symmetry with just unbelievable shots in the AWP, great composure. And Lounge is just so fired up today.
Krubeni said that. Lounge is the energy guy, and we've seen it all game today. He's keeping them fired up, and man, so are his teammates. Symmetry with a brilliant double kill with the AWP. They're all picking up some of the slack when someone makes a mistake. They've got a teammate primed and ready to pick up the pieces.
It's God, you're nearly falling out of your seat this kind of game. This is fantastic work for FUT Esports. 12-8 up right now, looking to try and close it out. And just remember the start, G2 were just controlling the game. It was so rough for FUT Esports to kick things off here on Mirage. But their ability to come back into it, Laux being kind of the turning point alongside Krabeni. Both of those players willing to get in the mix, willing to get dirty and make the plays, but not looking like it's going to close out in this round as Malls and SunPayus open up with 2 openers.
Yeah, you've gotten yourself to this point. Now you just got to figure out how to win. They're going to come right through the smoke.
Oh my gosh.
SunPayus, they're running into him now. They know. SunPayus backs away. One has made it into ladder room, though. That's a little bit awkward. Demon, he's at a quiet map, but this is a chance for great impact.
It'd be impressive, even more impressive, to see FUT Esports pull off a 3v5 to close the map. Well, they have plugged the gap straight away and layered with defenses to try and prevent G2 from feeling comfortable rounding that corner just yet into the B site. The ladder room flash from Mattis has allowed Hunter a really important kill in this round, and there should be no way in which G2 let this one slide now.
Yeah, I like the way they're just being patient. They control the middle of the map. They have eyes everywhere. SunPayus doing a really good job holding angles with the op, and they're just like, we can just chill here. We'll wait for somebody to peek into things. Eventually, the solution is going to prevent itself, and it has at the B bomb site. So bomb rotating through on the back of Mattis. And G2 is going to get their 9th round. Now, the biggest issue that FUT has that's going to stop them from winning this game is the money. That's what they have to be the most cognizant of. So a save here is smart. Demon's going to need a drop from a teammate. Laux has the AWP to pass over to Symmetry. But if G2 keep putting rounds on the board towards the end of this, like 12-10, I want to say, 12-11, heaven forbid, it's going to be a situation where FUT, depending on how they choose to save, might not have cash to fight with. So if they mess up in the economy game, FUT can still be in trouble and we can still have overtime on the cards.
I mean, we've seen that versus Furia yesterday.
Yeah, it was very close to overtime. 13-11 win for FUT.
And that was another thing we were asking of FUT Esports today. Like, if they get up and they get ahead, can they close without it coming against them?
Yeah, this is a little bit of deja vu from yesterday, isn't it? They had this similar kind of thing where they had a lead. Furia came back, brought it to 12-11, eventually lost in that final round.
Now, this is just 2 rounds, right, from G2. So, and there's an opportunity after this timeout that we do see FUT Esports just close it.
But this is where it starts to also affect your decision making inside the server, where you realize you need to be a little bit careful. Is like, if you have a round where you get just obliterated in middle, like kind of like how we saw in the previous round. If you're all of a sudden sitting in a 3-on-5, do you really want to position those weapons to try and win the round if it's your entire economy on the line, or are you going to back away and just kind of save and play for the later stages? Now you have to start making those decisions. And again, that's an area where it targets the inexperience of a team and an inexperience of the players making decisions that don't min-max, the percentages of winning in different scenarios. This is one of the ones that the players, it takes a little bit longer to get used to. So we'll see the decision making here. 12-9, round 22. G2 need 3 more in a row to force overtime. Or FUT add yet another incredible map onto their resume.
I think if you're G2, you're noticing that Demon's having a tough time over to the B site.
Yeah.
You're heading there right now, but the difference is there's no one actually playing in the B bomb site. You've got the AWP instead. Off Symmetry just waiting out towards Market. Gotta be a flash here. And there's the kill on Mattis. So it's a free one. Demon's then called over. Can Demon deliver? He's, again, down with nothing. His teammates have been doing very well in his stead on this B-bomb site. They've got to do it again. And Symmetry is just opening things up, trying to keep his team on the B-bomb site and make this happen for the close. It's now Hunter sprinting his way back up here, looking to save G2, but it's Krabeni from the A site that closes out Mirage. This FUT Esports team are delivering upset after upset. Yesterday, they claimed the lives of Furia. Now they're looking for G2 as well. And they've got Mirage under their belt once more.
Yeah, such an impressive victory for FUT on the opening map of this series. And we were wondering, or I was wondering, is you picked Mirage now. Comfort map for you, but a good map for G2 as well. Ran out of ideas, ran out of, it felt like, energy and the desire to be the instigators on the map. It was FUT who got stronger as the game went on. So that makes things a little bit weird here coming into Dust2. G2's map pick in this series, Ancient as a 3rd map decider. If G2 can get us there, they've got to stop FUT first, and they're starting on the T side.
And that's got to be the conversation G2 had as well coming out of that break, is make sure that we get Dust2 under our belt. This is a map we have to be confident on. It's our map pick. And we know G2 have had some great results on this map in the past. They're getting ready for a B execution. They've got so much utility available for it.
And FUT hasn't spotted anything in middle, so I'm wondering when Lauk starts shifting over. Looks like he's going to be smoked off, though. Jukes is calling him over now.
Yeah, well, Jukes has got to go huge. He had a lot of big moments against the Furia side on this B-bomb site yesterday. A real reliable source of multi-kills. We've got Lauk in the window alongside of him. Jukes not landing too much this time. There's the push through. Mattis and Heavy Call with the two openers, and then Jukes peaks while reloading, and so his life is cast aside. G2 get into the B-bomb site. No kills from FUT Esports.
Interesting idea. I guess defensive smoke put at the front of the platform. They wanted to try and funnel the attack to the right towards car, towards double door for the flash and the aggression that was going to come in through the door. I guess that was the plan. It obviously didn't work, didn't come close to it, and a nice easy pistol for G2. So starting out the same way Mirage did, which is a pistol round victory for the G2 side.
Yeah, I gotta feel pretty good. You know, you need a really strong start. You need to run with it this time if you're G2. And just put Mirage in the back of your head, and it's not just a pistol round victory. It's all 5 players currently alive.
I mean, of all 3 maps that we have in this series, this is the most one-sided in terms of win rates for the team. G2 taking this map with a 67% win rate, 45% for FUT. You take from that whatever you will, because we did see FUT just demolish Furia on this yesterday.
We've got that recency bias going on right now.
Yeah, 13, I think 6 was the scoreline, 13-7 against Furia. So, yeah, they got some game on this. Jugs was particularly strong in that match against Furia. We'll see how this one continues now that the pistol round is over.
Yeah, it wasn't so hot kicking off this pistol round, though. No one was for FUT Esports, despite having numbers towards that side of the map. You know, it was a little surprising to see them come away with nothing.
It's one of those kind of like heavy B hits on pistol rounds is like, if you don't get the first kill as a CT, you're in so much trouble. Like, you just have to have that first frag.
No, Kerbendi's going up towards top middle. He's not alone, though. He's got some assistance in the form of utility. Now, it's not a flash. It is an HE grenade that's going up. From the Lauk, he'll throw it forward. Heavy Guard handling the pressure. SunPayus able to come through and make sure that those trades come in effectively, and a lot of damage done to G2.
Once again, though, G2 is just so lucky to get away with this, it feels. That nade with the swing on top of it felt like the perfect play. Molotov in hand of one of the G2 players, and the 2 guys from FUT still couldn't get the kill, still couldn't get the double kill, even though it was there for him. But that was on a knife's edge. That could have easily teetered in the other direction, and we can be looking at a strong mid-round for FUT. It's not to be, though. That's an alternate reality. 2-0 for G2. See a little smiles. I think someone on G2 is trying to have a little shouting in return.
Yeah, I need to bring some energy.
Trying to match
combat.
Launch.
Yeah.
Assuming that's Heavy God being the one to get a little bit of energy in the G2 side of things. Second round force up from the CT side, so we should see a relatively easy, clean sheet in the third, as G2 will be going up against mostly USPs.
Kerbendi running up towards top middle with that scout. Attempting an opening. Not getting the chance, though. So he'll pull away, leave Demon in the lower tunnels. Now, if you're Demon, you're going to be thinking about your performance from Mirage just a little bit. You're hoping that you're going to have a much better showing here on Dust2. Got the Deagle in the lower tunnels, and hasn't gone much better for him here. A tough fight to take with the Deagle close quarter combat while the MAC-10 is jumping and spraying at you. So Hunter take that kill away, and G2 with the first couple of frags here, and they just extend upon it. Really not getting worrying at any point here for G2.
Yeah, handling business, just getting the job done. Mattis looking for that follow-up push. Jugs hasn't committed to it quite yet, so they're just going to come hunt him down. They don't want to let him sit around and just be a nuisance. 4-on-1, and the bomb is making its way up A. Now, we've touched so much on the upset factor and some of the intangibles around this FUT team and kind of their rise that they've had over recent times. Oh, lovely shot. You want to talk about something a little bit more tangible that you can get your hands around. The VRS, obviously. In that match that FUT beat Furia yesterday, they gained 66 VRS points. Now, here against G2, the forecast is that they would gain an additional 35 if they win this.
And
so
what place would that put them in the VRS ranking?
after beating Furia, they're currently 15 in the VRS ranking. If they win this, they'd move up to 13. So they've gained some ground in the VRS quite a bit these past few days, and the chance to gain a little bit more here.
You know, if the upsets continue as well, they could find themselves cracking the top 10 of the VRS ranking, which is so impressive from FUT Esports.
And what's exciting about that is then we got to see them at more events coming up as well. They'll crack
lot
the
more.
invite bubble for a few more of the events in the next coming months before the major and Cologne, and we'll get a really good sense of what this team is working with in 2026. So fun to watch this team's rise at the moment. They're in a 0-3 hole here on Dust2 and map 2 of this series, but now they get the guns out. We get to see what their Dust2 is made up against G2. Ooh.
Yeah, some sharp shooting with the scout. I mean, now we're getting into the buy round, though. Kobeni has earned an AK-47. You know what I like about him? He plays with the AK.
Damn.
He doesn't drop it over. He keeps it in his own hands.
Put $1 in the kitty.
And SunPayus is taking the opening. Look how fast Mattis is. He's got Mobs alongside of him, and that ends up being another kill here for G2. Starting a little bit like Mirage, isn't it? G2 getting some early success here. We're going to have to see FUT Esports have to come back into it.
Boys, it's time to save. Get the hell out of middle. What are we doing? Everyone run away. you don't want to be here anymore. Don't lose the off. That round very well might have had a strategy call to it by G2, but when SunPayus gets the mid pick, it's kind of like, it's like the protocol just becomes, you get a lot more freedom as an individual. You get that mid pick, you see the B player challenge into the bomb site because he's saying, okay, they lost one player less. I have potentially a 1v1. I'm going to go find what I have. You see someone scale up catwalk as fast as possible because, again, you know that death is going to force some rotations, force some people to be out of position. Both those lurks find the battle that they were looking for, and then it just unleashes chaos on the map. So FUT can't do anything to try and recover after that kill from SunPayus. Really nice job from G2 of keeping the pressure on.
Yeah, it's not even so much that has to be communicated. It's just something you feel, right? When that opening kill happens, you're like, oh, I just know I can take this fight, or I can take this space. Well, it works out very well for G2, and as I was saying, you know, it does feel like we're getting into that same position where FUT Esports going to have to show us that they can come back and fight hard in this map, just like they did on Mirage. Against Furia yesterday, they got a hot start on Dust2, and they just kind of ran with it the whole way.
Yeah, they did. They just snowballed into a nice quick win. That's obviously looking like it's not going to be happening here. So, you know, if you're FUT right now, there's no cause for panic after a round like that, just because you haven't even gotten to play a round. You know, SunPayus gets the pick in the first 10-second round, kind of goes to hell from there. So you reset, drop some weapons, and we get a run again. This time, SunPayus not going to get a clean look. It's long. That G2 attack into with some good spawns. A couple players out. Mattis control of pit. He's got Heavy God with him. He's got Hunter with him. And even SunPayus joining up with the AWP. So Mob's going to be all on his own watching the flank. And we see both teams kind of descend into this moment of the current meta where long has been taken. You know it's going to be an extended round of exchanging utility, of trying to delay this as long as possible. G2 know the CT side is starting to investigate the rest of the map and find that B halls is clear. And both teams are content to just win or lose this round on the cross, decided by the utility and the execute.
Oh, good shot through that smoke here. Heavy God. It's a great opening. And the G2 can filter in with, once again, a tough spot for FUT Esports to find themselves in, as utility is keeping them back. They can't challenge for the site. And yeah, at this point, they're held out so far and for so long, they don't feel like there's any way into this round right now.
Yeah, unless someone gets you a kill like right now. I think Demon's really the only one in position to make this round doable in any sense. Okay, there's one on Heavy God, can't find the follow-up, and they stick around a little bit too long.
It's even Kobeni getting those kills as well down from CT. So no one really getting anything done here for FUT Esports, and that save call is not an option. Kobeni goes into the open, and G2 have got to feel good about this start into Dust2. Your conversation has to be about just dusting off that Mirage defeat, just coming back in with a good reset. And obviously a start like this will just help them.
Yeah, got to be frustrating for FUT. One of the gun rounds is just a pick from SunPayus, and then the chaos that you eventually lose into when the round goes to hell. This one is just out-positioned out towards long. Good utility from G2. One kill from Heavy God at the worst moment, and a Molotov that locks you out of a bomb site. They haven't even been able to fight for a round yet. G2's been able to put them in such weird positions that they've been at such a disadvantage across the board. Reinvestment, though, coming in for FUT. They've got money. M4 is picked up for Lounks and Kobeni. Rifle's going to be picked up down the board as we get into round number 6. Oh, the spam. No! That's beautiful from Heavy God. Yeah, he's staring him down. He's giving a little glance over the lines.
He's giving a little noise on over. Yeah. So I like that from Heavy God, bringing some action to the server here and out of it. We've got Symmetry back on the AWP, and plenty of teammates now on Rifles. Demon, he's been demoted today. He's been given a FAMAS, Jason.
I don't know, demoted. You know,
Definitely
FAMAS is a
demoted.
strong weapon. You know,
Yeah, well,
respect FAMAS.
compared to USP. Yes, it is. Well,
Symmetry's sticking around quite a bit in lower dark. He's hasn't missed the timing to fall back, especially with that smoke behind him. But he's really hoping he gets this one look. It's not there, so gonna back away. No kits on the FUT side of things, so they're going to be more motivated to stop the attack at the point of attack rather than play for a retake. Not always the easiest thing to do on Dust2. Middle of the map entirely controlled by G2. They've used it to gain short control and now looking to pressure into the bomb site. Mobs looking for anyone jumping up. Not afraid of the Molotov whatsoever. All 5 players here. Mobs is going to lead the way, and we're about to rock and roll.
Smokes going on down for the CT cross. And it's going to be heavy guard once again, opening up towards this A bomb site, followed up by mobs. And FUT Esports have no other option but to save. It is so decisive here from G2 at the start of these rounds, and you were seeing a level of comfort on Dust2 that we just didn't see on Mirage.
Well, remember, there's a difference, too, at the moment. Like, Mirage, you remember on the CT side, we saw Krabeni just kind of running around, being proactive, pushing Palace, pushing up middle, finding mobs, being annoying, peeking underpass, throwing utility. Here on Dust2, G2's gotten pretty much everything they've wanted for free. They gained mid-control this round. There was Symmetry with the op and lower, but he had to give it up due to timing. They ran out long a couple rounds ago to no resistance, able to gain control of that march up. So while the harassment of FUT on Mirage was tough for G2 to handle, it's not really here on Dust2 quite yet. Haven't seen anyone kind of get into that flow.
Lounge is on 0 kills right now, which is a massive difference.
Yeah, that too. He had, what, 28 or something on Mirage overall?
I think we should fight.
But yeah.
Mario smoke on.
Still do this thing, but I will not come one shot.
So I wanted to hear if I could, or see if I could hear anything. Yeah.
You got a smoke corner, I think I heard.
Okay, we got a lot. So
Yeah.
towards long we go. There's the corner smoke Dinko.
Yep, there it is.
Fun note as well, Demon with that FAMAS got a dink, but couldn't complete the kill. So maybe you were right all along. Hunter's got another opening. At will, they are taking control of parts of the map, G2, and once again, Long is in their control.
Oh, just a blistering long take. We're down to
Another
3
tag.
players to FUT Esports, and yeah, another tag on Juke. So
Another dollar in the kitty.
really just isn't looking good here for FUT Esports. They're falling extremely flat.
And look at the way they're getting pulled around the map now just because they're getting battered so successfully everywhere. They're so sore and they're so cognizant of it, they feel like they have to over-rotate. And G2's just like, well, go to the other side of the map. To an empty bomb site.
It's got to feel real nice for G2, especially Hunter in this kind of moments, to call this. Although, yeah, that's one way to do it. That is one way to do it. All of G2 just crashed. Damage was done, so I'm not sure what the rule set is on that.
Yeah, and they had the 5-on-3.
Or did everything crash? Okay, interesting.
All right, well, admins are gonna have a busy moment here.
Yeah, so we're gonna sit back and see what the verdict is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make any speculation,
That would be crazy.
but that's what we were
And FUT Esports find their first round victory. Yeah,
We'll take it.
yeah. That is the only way. I was wondering, it's like, yeah, they're really going slowly. Those people also, aren't they, Jason?
Yeah, wow, I wonder why they've just stopped here. I wonder what they've done.
I wonder what they're thinking at the moment.
Yeah, so we'll wait and find out exactly what's going down. As soon as we get word, we'll inform all of you. But obviously, players probably feeling just as confused at the moment as we are.
No, I would say so. Yeah.
Well, this is a good opportunity. We can just do like a little A stream check-in.
Yeah, how's that going?
Yeah, A stream check-in at the moment. It's first map of the second series. If you don't want the spoilers, you don't have a second monitor, this is the time to mute the stream. Furia taking on Mongols in a elimination game. 9-4 in the favor of Furia on the first map of Mirage for the moment.
So Furia looking to bounce back versus the Mongols. Yeah, Mongols pretty disappointing at the moment.
Same with Furia.
Yeah, but that's fair enough. Yeah, but Furia at least won in this one.
So far. Yeah, Mongols, I think we were all kind of Mongols is one of those teams coming into the year where they're kind of like an exciting team to think about and discuss, but only because you don't really know what's coming. Like we're all kind of waiting to see. Like, can you recover from something?
It's either going to be brilliant or very disappointing. I'm going to watch them fall down the rankings and out of contention, and I'll be very sad.
Yeah, Mara's got a history of bringing in random Mongolian players and making them good.
And making them something, especially not immediately all the time. You know.
Yeah, Mazinho took a bit to warm up into things.
I think the Mongols as a whole was just like a organic growth.
Yeah.
It took some time to get solid. All right, well, and imagine it's quite a significant, maybe like a power trip or something on the G2 side to see them all.
Just on that side
to
of
see
the
them
room.
all just go. Maybe someone stood on a cable or something, you know, that's happened. That can happen, I suppose.
Interesting situation. I wonder if the round needs to get replayed. Let's not go down that road.
Yeah,
That's not bad. Let's not go down that road.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, we'll wait and see.
Yeah, we'll wait and see.
We'll wait and see what the verdict is. But I'm not familiar enough with the in-depth concepts of the rule book in that specific scenario.
And in all my years, I don't know if I've ever. Oh, this is a crazy situation.
Now, I had a really weird one. If I cast my mind back to it, it was for. Do you remember the year that Team Liquid won the Grand Slam, of course, in 2019?
No, I seem to have forgotten that year.
All right. Well, during that, I was commentating Team Liquid because they decided to not accept the Cologne invite.
Yeah.
And so they had to go through a qualifier with a third party, and it was an online qualifier.
Yeah,
and the prize was a Cologne spot.
Yeah.
And so while we were casting in the most decisive round, Forza at the time were about to beat Team Liquid and knock them out. And then one of their players ended up DCing and everything just stopped. He ran into a wall, and then Liquid were able to come back. And that to me is the worst tech issue I've ever seen in my life, Jason. And that is why Team Liquid won the Grand Slam. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, we'll have this tech issue resolved, and we'll get the action back underway.
Pulsing through my veins, I feel alive. A surge of energy as you come into sight. Caught in the moment, I'm hypnotized. With every breath, I feel the fire inside. Your love is like a wildfire. Your love is like a wildfire. A force I can't contain, it takes me high. I'm lost in the heat, consumed by desire. Your love is like a wildfire. My heart's on fire as I hold you close. Your touch, it's electric, a beautiful overdose. I'm addicted to the way we move and sway. Lost in the rhythm, bodies insane. We're in days. Your love is like a wildfire. A force I can't contain. It takes me high. 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 Your love is like a wildfire. Your love is like a wildfire. A force I can't contain. It takes me high. I'm lost in the heat, consumed by desire. Your love is like a wildfire. Like a wildfire. Wildfire. Like a wildfire. Oh. like a wildfire, it's never the same.
Himself one of the 3 required, somehow still alive as another AK bullet finds him. Cuts noise, hopes to buy time.
Techno, where's he gone off to?
Yeah, he's gone on an adventure to ensure he can't just slink to B, I guess.
Yeah, but this is opening up some 1v1s, and you've left the young gun on the site on his own.
Oh, I think he knows. If Cobrazera even just oversteps an inch, he could have been warped. That's the shot he had to hit. Uncomfortable for Yuri. Goes down. We got a tied up game. 8-4 to 9-9.
That's a very threatening round right there. Yakinda found a perfect timing, punishes blitzing connector, and then the swarm happens. But Mazinho, again, another impactful double. Sure, it's not against a gun round, but still stopping Furia from getting back into things on their T side. Just swings out. As you mentioned, no one covering, not ready for this. Just so brazen. The trade comes in, but it's too late. Now Molotov will get the AWP. Had a tough time with opening deaths in the first half. Had 4 openings go against him, only 1 to his name. Now they need to set him up. They need the Kazakh to find the opener. Rookie of the year takes down Cobrazera.
As soon as that AWP's in his hands, his name's in the feed. Smoke break cost them an opening. Cobrazera watching from the sidelines. 9-10 for the response. Unable to connect the bullet. These are those opening kills you really want to see Furia demonstrate an ability to convert confidently.
Mongols move their AWP over towards B, which if it is a B split is great. 9-10 gets to take some long-range duels if Fallen can't break through the B apartments.
He's actually sticking around for this fight. Kinda head-to-head with Techno. Techno and 9-10 strike in unison. Blitz gets an exposed Molodoi. No cover from Keserato. It's just falling through Furia's fingers. Yeah, one tap to the back of the head of Mzinho, but the bomb is under enemy control. There's a lot more work to be done for Yuri. He's only got 28 seconds to do it, an impossible scenario.
These are some of the least convincing T-sides on Mirage I've seen in a while from both of these squads. And you were bang on saying these are the type of rounds, if your AWP gives you the opening, you need to be able to convert. But everything just came so easy, right? 9-10's AWP on B. Fallen doesn't have anything to push him off the line. 9-10 deletes him. Next fight happens at short. Then connector plays. It couldn't have gone better, right? Mongols looked like they were in a 5v5 with how easy that was.
Truly. I agree.
Counter-terrorists win.
So one saved AK. Lost bonus at least is in play at the maxed out level for Furia. And they're going to shove. Fallen's already gone in with a Galil. Smoke, double flash. Here's that opener again. It's great. Just angles down, takes down Cobrazera. Tough position for him, and he's going to have a lot to learn when playing top-tier Counter-Strike, but his team make good on the promise. You see the kills just coming in. Damn quick. Everything works out perfectly. Consmoke fades. Molot has to worry about short. How quick the faith falls apart. Already out ramp on A.
Looks bleak. Fury's trying to be a difference maker. A pace setter. Maneuvers forward. Fallen actually catches through the smoke. A headshot. With Mzinho gone, Yakinda wins his duel, and now it's their turn to have a convincing one without if any, resistance.
That's a bit of attitude there, right? Instead of like playing slow and just trying to work over the map, they go, all right, hold up, what are we doing, right? We can shoot. Well, let's do that. Let's just get out a couple of key pieces of opening utility and take some fights. That's what you want to see. I think that should make you feel pretty happy if you're fallen, right? Let's just get out there and win these duels. I understand it's not that simple. There's more layers to it. But trying to move so meticulously across the map, you can see in a couple of these scenarios it has cost them. Bomb will go down on A. Techno position now noted, and now it's about, do they really want to try and take this away? There's so much cash to work with for the Mongols because of that spree of 6 straight rounds. So you actually have more to lose than gain in this scenario if you give away too many rifles.
Yeah, I think Techno's going to be given the good graces to bring that through when their bank account is swollen. But what's that, number 2? Yeah, wow. Since the pistol, Furia, that is the first gun round we've seen from the T side, and it is, as you said, just...
It's just run out and take fights.
Oh, fight.
They literally run out A and out middle and take duels and win them. And that's all that unfolded right there, but there's still...
We didn't see Fallen's shot onto Mazinho, but I think it was like through smoke, through the box, headshot, like not the kind of thing... Oh, put that back in.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just charging my phone.
No worries. Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, nah, of course.
I mean, easy for Mongols to dismiss some of those kills, not going to be easy for Furia to replicate.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Right, how are you meant to be able to do that again? And you know that Mongols, because of that spree we were just talking about, have at least one more residual buy after this, probably 2, depending on the saves. But at least it's shown Furia, hey, let's play with a bit of confidence. Let's not be afraid to take these fights. Ramp fight on their way.
Fight coming. And missed shot from the Molodoi Orb. Fury doesn't go swinging for the trade, and that's going to cost him 40 health. Cobra Zero wants to swing, doesn't overcommit. I think he gets pulled back by Mazinho. Doesn't matter. Forward stance punished. Trade frag belated, but arrives.
Yeah, and Mazinho being low on A, this becomes a real problem.
Welcome back to the Intel Extreme Masters live from Krakow. Thank you for being patient and staying with us as we resolve the tech issue. We're ready to get into the action, though, as G2 versus FUT will rage on. We're just going to replay that round. That's the official ruling we've been given.
Yeah, the damage was done, but the crash happened. The team knows it. Yeah, we're just going to replay round number 6 from out of the gate.
Well, FUT Esports are hoping to get a better start in the round.
Yeah,
There's not many chances. You don't get many opportunities in Counter-Strike to replay a round that went so badly for you. So let's see how it goes. I love that they're doing the same thing. G2 just going long, hoping for the same result.
Yeah, well, they might get it. Evigod this time has the opening. Hunter, oh, he's going to be able to build on top. He finally gets unblind. Lots of damage done, but this round much more doable for FUT.
Yeah, a lot more doable. It is an open and shut after the initial engagement. So FUT Esports came out better. After the tech issue, it's going to be a G2 having to play out of 3v3 as they reset from long and run all the way back into middle.
Yeah, SunPayus going to control the middle of the map with that AWP. Got to be cautious of that push from lower. So keeping cognizant of that, making sure nobody's going to cross the double doors. Jugs has actually pushed out of the B bomb site, going to be playing at the boxes. So this will be a 2-man walk into the B bomb site with Hunter and Mattis, and you just have SunPayus who's there to cut off any support coming in to help out the B defender. But unfortunately, that support is coming from behind on short.
Jugs waits in behind car. Okay, great lineup. 2 players down, and actually ends up being a FUT Esports round unless SunPayus can win out this 1v2. It's going to be a frustrating feeling here for G2 as they concede their first round. It will be FUT Esports making the most of their opportunity.
Yeah, given a second crack at it and actually come out on top. So yeah, it can be a little bit frustrating for G2 with the lead they've got. That's one of those things you're just going to have to force in the back of your mind and forget about the fact that, you know, this is a round you feel like you should have
unless you lose 13-6.
Unless you lose the map. Yeah, that is going to really suck. Let's not even think about that yet, though.
I'm kind of thinking about it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of thinking
about it a little bit.
Okay, well, SunPayus, he's running out towards long. AWP ready to go here, and hoping he can get an opening kill. That flash has kept Symmetry off the corner. Goes back around, and we'll have Symmetry now take up the angle instead. Flash has run over the top, and we've got Demon waiting inside pit. He's down to Heavy Guard.
5 on 4. Flash around long so they can peek. You got Malbs lurking over in middle with Mattis, and a good find as the smoke clears. One more spotted as well. So a lot of information from Mattis and a lot of pressure being put on by FUT towards short.
Well, Krubeni getting caught walking through mobs has made quick work of him, and G2 respond very quickly and very decisively to their first round loss.
Yeah, see, they're just like, you know what? We're just not even gonna worry about it. We're just gonna win the next round and get past things, and we're all good. Second timeout called by FUT. I mean, you know, they're just getting blistered. This has been how this half has gone the entire way. Is just G2 able to kind of bully themselves in whatever initial stage of map control they want, and then just working the map in a way that FUT could never get back into control. This is a very nice half so far from G2. So FUT trying desperately to recover towards the end of the half. Now they did do it on Mirage. They were down 7-2 on Mirage and then won a 9-round run. It's just, can they do it right now where they have nothing to latch onto? There's no success for them to say, this is a way we can stop them. This has worked. This is something we can open up with.
Oh, I got 2 MP9s, 5.7s legal, and a single M4 in the hands of Krubeni. Not exactly what you want coming into a defensive round here for FUT Esports. Again, heavy out long here from G2. It's Hunter getting head-butted by a smoke grenade or molly, and he's just going to get himself in behind the blue bin instead.
Yeah, and also you just think about that from the CT point of view. Is you're like, okay, well they have long again. Now Hunter's going to bring the rest of his team here, so eventually it is going to be correct. It was looking like they might go away despite his control. We're going to come back for a swing around this corner.
Yeah, SunPayus jumping in behind the blue bin as well. Great shot. The pressure's still up. FUT Esports sending player after player towards this fight. Will they fully clear the blue bin? Will they check for SunPayus? No, the knives are out. They thought it was clear, and that'll cost them dearly. Every step forward from FUT Esports stopped here by G2. And the kill out towards long has paid out here for Hunter, leaving juugss 1v3.
Mobs is like, how did I die?
Yeah, who knows?
How did I win? How was I the one that got hit in the face?
We've all had those moments, haven't we? It was like, well, I wasn't really the one in harm's way.
Interesting seeing how G2's playing this 3-on-1 as well, letting Hunter kind of clear out the bomb site on his own. Very much worried about someone wrapping around flanking middle or flanking through T-spawn to go pick up the recovered weapons. So just being very cautious about making sure that juugss can't pull anything out of this round. Any kind of even small victory isn't going to be there for him.
This is just so one-sided that it just hasn't really even got signs that it's going to get close. FUT Esports need a really crazy turnaround to get back into this. juugss trying to make this round happen, though. Got himself a kill on Hunter. 5-7 still in hand. That grenade goes up and lands Mattis down to 11 HP as he crouches and slips away from harm's way. But a rifle's now picked up here for juugss, and he's quick to an opportunity but couldn't get the kill. And it's 8-1 for G2.
Actually, a really cool attempt at a clutch at a 1v3. Almost
started stepping up there.
Yeah, that nade does tons of damage as well. A little bit more damage done to Mattis, and that could have been a 1v1. Almost able to pull something together, but 8-1, excuse me, is the scoreline that we've got to work with. G2 recovering very nicely on their map pick in this series. It's looking like Ancient is right around the corner.
Again, out long, SunPayus has the spawn this time, searching for the opening on the long corner. But they burn him away and force SunPayus to take up a more passive position.
All right, well, nothing out long this round. It's nice for FUT's defense to not have to deal with that. Hunter's been calling a lot of fast long plays with those spawns. This time just a pick. SunPayus doesn't get a clean look, and then we kind of descend into the mid-round. It's up towards short we go. One smoke in the presence of SunPayus, and G2 has complete control of the middle of the map. Now, with the bomb rotating on his back towards the B tunnels, you imagine this short presence is going to be force back any defense, make sure they're not playing cat, fall into a mid to B split. However, there's also a little bit more attention and love being given by G2 to the B bomb site itself with the deep molly and platform. So they're kind of showing the end of the round. They're kind of showing their finishing play. But they've completely switched it up. Instead of a mid to B split, all 5 coming through tunnels. Meanwhile, the defense has pushed out of the bomb site to handle the mid portion of the attack. This could not be worse for FUT.
No, just clearing out the side. Although it gets a lot better for them, doesn't it? You got juugss and Laux coming back in, and Laux up from window has a second kill. So all of a sudden, the round looked like it was about to be disastrous for FUT with no shot at even getting into it. All of a sudden, 3 kills go in their favor.
That's Counter-Strike for you. juugss got every single rotation they could have asked for and still end up getting destroyed.
Well, there's still a world in which Mattis and SunPayus can pull this off.
No way.
Well, we've seen stranger things. Let's see how it goes.
Thanks, Falcons.
Yeah, well, Matt, you're right. You know, when you've seen it happen to one team, you think it's possible to happen to everyone, Jason, but it is, in fact, going to be a FUT Esports round.
That's actually crazy. That's the round they win. They got pulled completely out of the bomb site. Well, a good second round to get, as unlikely as it is. And we'll see if they can fight these last couple in their favor as well. 8-4 would be an incredible thing for FUT to leave this half with, considering how it's gone thus far. First time out taken from G2, not wanting to give those rounds over, not wanting FUT to have that chance.
Well, hopefully that's got Laux off the mark, right? He's had a really slow start into this game after having such an incredible first map performance where he was the energy player, he was yelling, he was screaming, he was also just fragging out like a maniac. So let's see if he's able to keep it up going into the next here.
Just maybe, you know, Laux, just maybe now's not the time to burn your energy on screaming in this game.
No.
You know?
You got to focus up.
Save it for...
But if you come back and win it, you know, scream all you want.
Yeah, but save it for the comeback, you know?
Yeah, save it for the comeback. Yeah, absolutely. Well, a chance here to make something of the half. I feel like FUT, you need every single remaining round to really feel like they've got an opportunity here.
That little bit of a buffer to give yourself some breathing room in the second half would be a lovely thing to have if they can find it. Matt is going to take that long spawn, quick shot.
All right, he's an AWPer.
Yeah, he is now.
Symmetry getting caught. Oh my. All right, well, Krabeni, you have been spotted, my friend.
Yeah.
SunPayus knows all about you. Going to creep in behind. SunPayus committed to the flank. And the hunt is there, and success found. Krabeni has been slain.
Okay, well, his mob's going to be ready for this upper push. Oh, yeah, spots it. There's a great shot. And now you can just step right into the B-bomb site. Rotation is going to be frozen, delayed by Heavy God in middle, and even taken down a notch by Mattis.
He really is an AWPer. The second kill of the round. Hunter to secure the final headshot, and a 9th round for G2. We're heading into the last round of the first half here, and G2 hoping for a 10-2 scoreline. I mean, this is looking so sick.
Yeah, they're just not letting anything FUT does like build into it. They string rounds together, not possible. Every time G2 have lost one, they've just come out in the next round and just body bagged them. Great shooting, crisp headshots from SunPayus and Mobs, and Mattis showing off the AWP with a nice long spawn as well for a double kill. G2 has given us a little bit of everything here on Dust2.
Well, for once, G2 not challenging Heavy out long early. It's instead in middle, and SunPayus is going to get his head ripped off by the sniper on the other side. So 3 kills quickly come in here for FUT Esports, looking like they're going to grab themselves a 3rd round of play, at least here in the first half. But G2 absolutely looking like they've done enough in the first half of Dust2 to really open that conversation of Ancient.
Yeah, one of the few times we've seen them able to actually be disruptive and pull off those disruptive philosophies on the CT side. It's worked wonders here. 1 versus 4. Heavy God, here's the jumping up on short. He's got a minute to play with.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do. Obviously, you're going to try and give it a go, but Krabeni's waiting towards top middle and won't let him take another step. It's going to be a 9-3 lead here for G2 as they look to equalize the score here in Kraków and send us to map 3.
Taking over control, can you
a heavy lead has got Heavy God happy as G2 looking to try and send this one into map 3. Ancient awaits. And I'm still laughing, you know, still having a little bit of fun. And Laux, you know, he probably feels like he has to react that way because he was definitely given the beans over on that first map. He was loud, he was screaming, didn't have much to shout about here in the first half of Dust2.
No, but still trying to get his team some of that energy going on, and was never able to kind of be the spark that they wanted in the first half. We'll see if something changes here on the T side. I can't imagine it was. G2 seemed so comfortable here on Dust2. I think the CT side might just be a nice quick wrap up. A lot falls onto this pistol round. 6-round lead for G2. They've got deep angles for early information, early spotting. For FUT, you're all spread across the map. No one moving quite yet.
Yeah, pistol round loss here for FUT, likely to send Dust2 to bed. Demon, he's got the hinge smoke lined up for the mid doors. And you'll have SunPayus being put under pressure by the Molotov. Will still maintain his position and try and get that fight going, but able to connect that difficult shot, and we'll retreat back to safety here.
Ooh, break the smoke. You have a chance up on short. Few heads are there, but can't connect.
Nope.
Not with anything clean, at least, and now the short play comes in fast.
Yeah, next layer of the defense is SunPayus, but he does come off that angle. He drops off the ledge to double up with his teammate down lower here. Hunter with him. SunPayus is going to re-attempt to climb up again as that smoke has blocked out the choke point.
There's one smoke, one flash remaining on Krebeni. So, I mean, at the moment, it looks like with the way they've parked themselves behind the smoke, they're going to wait for it to fade, smoke the railing or smoke the box, and just try and cross into that A bomb site. There's going to be 4 defenders here if that's the final play.
Well, 35 seconds remaining, and Hunter has communicated to his team that he has the palm tree flash ready to go up into the sky. There's the utility coming in for the T side, and then Hunter can send his flash in, and everybody can peek on it. Hunter going forward, Krebeni a victim of his USP, but Jukes and Laux doing what they can until Malps and SunPayus combine to shut down this pistol round attempt from FUT Esports, and that win should put this map to bed.
Yeah, too many bodies here, just a little too telegraphed. G2 had the perfect read. 4 defenders in place. They had the smoke that stalled them out to make sure everyone was set and comfortable when the attack began, and that's just how this map has felt from start to finish. G2 one step ahead.
Yeah, one step ahead. You know, remember one of the rounds for FUT Esports, obviously, of the 3 came from a tech issue.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it just has not been a very pretty map whatsoever from FUT Esports. And you highlighted the disparity in results on Dust2, you know, the win rates for the 2 teams across the 3 months that we take those stats from. And obviously FUT Esports had a great game against Fury yesterday. But a different level right now from G2 being displayed.
That kind of trumped the like the win rate that they have coming into it. We were like, okay, you know, the win rate isn't great, but we saw them play against Fury and it was pretty awesome. But we're not getting that today. G2 a little bit stronger, put them in their place early, and has never let them stand up and get involved in this map. I mean, really, when you think about it, both maps have started out with a really good start for G2. It was 6-0 here on Dust2. And then it was 7-2 over on Mirage. So really, the comeback just has never really began. FUT hasn't been able to get that win that allows them to build into this
exactly.
map.
Over Mirage,
they recovered.
Krebeni making a play, Laux making some plays. Just no one's been able to do that yet. For FUT, and it doesn't seem like they have a whole lot of ground to make up. Well, we have SunPayus coming forward, and he's ended up getting blasted away, hasn't he? So that's a great opening kill here for FUT.
Yeah, he did.
Very dead.
Very dead.
Well, it was long control. Give it to FUT Esports. I mean, this is very much what G2 were enjoying throughout that first half, getting this long corner.
This is, I mean, every team has this in their pocket, right? This kind of long play of take it. We'll all 5 chill here. You can't really do anything. Yeah, we can't fall back, but we have advantages moving forward, especially when we have the stronger weapons and the stronger utility such as a round like this.
Yeah, trapped in, though. You see Mattis is pushed all the way up. As far as he can go, he's at the telephone pole.
He's got one of the smokes too, so he can't use that to delay anything. I would wonder what FUT does if there's just repeatedly like these 4 smokes used to delay. So that's the 3rd and final thrown in. So Mattis is going to get a deeper position. They can't fall back. He'll wait until the attack begins to make his flank known.
Or he should, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. They know he's here. They probably assumed it to begin with. And they're not super concerned. This means there's only 3 players at the bomb site. And again, going to be supremely confident with AKs, Molotovs, smokes, and flashes as they cross.
And you can see Mattis actually smoked that out. He's going to change up his position. But in the meantime, needs to rely upon his teammates who look to defend the A bomb site. Hunter climbing up on top. Heavy got forced out with that Molotov into the open. So not happy about the fight he's forced into. He can't win it. He's uncomfortable in this scenario. And we end up seeing Mobs left retreating back in towards spawn. He can't do anything about the outcome of this one. And a yell from Laux. And success is found at least to kick off the second half.
Really clean round as well. And Laux is hoping that's the win and that's the shout that gets them moving forward. Lets them string 2 or 3 together, break this money of G2. And then it's kind of like, all right, let's see what we can find, right? You're trying to go on like a 3-round streak here where you just say, when the dust settles after this, where are we at? What's this game looking like? Everything focused in these next few. It's going to be reinvestment from the G2 side of things. SunPayus will be just a few bucks away from the AWP, but M4's out across the board. No kits, a little bit light on utility for a few players, but this is G2's final hurrah before they have to sit back with pistols.
Well, that was Krabeni getting some work done. Definitely shown his fragging prowess over the last couple of days. We'll need a lot of it as this comeback starts for FUT Esports, or at least the intent to come back. We have G2 11-4 up, and still a decent buy here. We highlighted how the last round was a bit of a bonus. They had SMG still in play. It's not a pretty buy for G2 by any means. It's not everything you would want. You don't have the AWP. You don't have a whole lot of utility. Certainly still potent. G2 search for map point.
Well, FUT has yet to string 2 rounds together in this map. G2's always been able to respond. This time they've got to do it with a little bit of a lighter arsenal. Flashbang out in middle. Hunter's got to give up the angle. Sound cue heard? So Laux chucks out the CT smoke. Hunter steps in front of it to make sure there's no scaling. Can call that information out to his teammate. Short is the part of the map under attack at the moment. 3 defenders towards the B bomb site for G2, so a lot of faith in SunPayus even without the AWP playing at the railing. Actually, G2 giving up long control as well. They want to aggress behind this defensive smoke. So the B bomb site is going to deploy a delay smoke in the tunnels. That's going to give time for SunPayus to investigate short and figure out exactly how he wants to play this. Going to start flanking now.
Oh, Heavy God, that is exactly what he was looking for. 2 kills off the back of the platform. It's going to be Mattis alongside of him. Heavy God finally burnt away, but Mattis still fighting impact, and they've got a Hunter also in the site. There is no way forward there for FUT. This is over. Dust2 is finished.
Yeah, he missed his Molotov as well. Fell in front of the boxes, and Heavy God's just able to spam him down, survive for another mag, a reload, and a 3rd kill. Just way too painful, but even if everything's good, remember, there's still 3 defenders at this bomb site. G2, another round where they just looked like they had FUT completely red, completely stopped at the point of attack. 12-4. That trend of not being able to win 2 in a row continues, and it looks like the map is just going to end with that in place.
Not a single player from FUT Esports has broken double figures in the kill department. It has been pure domination from G2. I'll go through the motions. They'll get up through Cat. Hunter can see a pixel. Spots out the presence of 4 players and dishes out damage on all of them with 1 HE grenade. Now Hunter gets caught out of position, so SunPayus only gets the single kill. So despite detecting them early, it is still FUT Esports to move up into the site.
Yeah, nade was really nice from Hunter, but probably not worth it considering he couldn't get himself in a follow-up position to actually provide any resistance and help the team out. And G2, they've just called the save. They said no reason for us to risk these weapons. Money's not exactly, we're not flush with cash.
No.
We're going to try and hang on to a few things. Mobs is going to go down for free.
Does indeed, and so Krabeni going to walk away with him, and have a 5th round to play with here for FUT Esports.
Yeah, a little bit of life left in him. Still nothing, feeling no reason to think that they're going to build into something, but nice seeing this fight to not just kind of flop over belly up and give the map away for free.
And the player now has broken into double figures. It's Krabeni.
Oh, yeah, way to go, Krabeni.
Well, the 2 save rifles isn't going to make the buy look perfect over for G2. We'll see what they decide to throw around these two safe weapons.
I think at this point, when you're up 12-5, you just think in terms of the economy, right? You could probably force out a buy here with a few more rifles if you wanted to, but why? Why not just,
just
you know,
make it potent with a couple of upgraded pistols, still have a shot at winning this round, but leave the majority of your cash for a buy later.
yeah, look at that 7-round lead like a resource. Like you can sack one of them and be able to make a little bit of, you know, build up a little bit of money to have a stronger buy moving forward. See what G2 went with. They actually did pretty much shove all in.
Yeah, just went, all right, I'm going to buy.
Cool.
Leaving
SunPayus has some money.
Yeah. We'll see if it might be enough just to win the map here, though, for G2. A good start, though, from FUT. That's very quick out long and not successful whatsoever there from Holmes.
No, I wonder if this was like a very late decision to buy and everything was a bit late getting to its point, but that's a free 5-on-4 given over in a round where you already have a disadvantage with a weaker investment. All right, well, they broke the curse. They got double digits on Krebeni, and now they can get 2 rounds in a row. Maybe. Allegedly.
Well, Heavy Guns responded. So now we got even numbers again. That feels very awkward for SunPayus in that smoke bricks. You're standing right in the middle of the road.
Yep.
Nothing you can do that.
Well, they just saw the flash. They know there's one double doors and there's one back mid, so they're just going to pounce on Demon and mid. Now it is just the 3-on-3, and they know exactly where the attack is coming from.
Yeah, the rotations are coming quick as well, so G2 can actually get in position to deal with this. There's no utility left here for FUT Esports. They've got to go with what they've already displayed, and you got that cross smoke. You threw the nades up in towards Gandalf, but now it's all about the fights on the site. Krebeni is winning all of them. Jugs to step up alongside him right at the end. A hard-fought round there from FUT, but they still get the job done.
Krebeni's nasty, man. I really like his game. That, you know, from the short time we've been able to see it with FUT and here in Krakow and some of the events towards the end of last year. He's a fun player to watch. Very impactful kills at the end, and then 3-on-3, and they do indeed put a second round in a row together. So kind of coming alive. It still feels like too little, too late. However, G2 with that, you know, all-in shove in the previous round, out of funds here in this one. So just pistols for the G2 defense. Oh. I like that.
That is one hell of a dink, isn't it, Jason?
Damn,
look at that.
A dink with? Is that a PT50?
That kind of range, 96 damage. As the peek out, Krebeni. He's got another kill to add to his collection. Grenade goes forward as a further frag.
You know, I still think the dink from SunPayus is like a moral victory.
Yeah.
You know, Opper on Opper, and he's like,
like, I would have killed you if I had an AWP.
Yeah, I'm gonna beam you between the eyes with my pistol.
I don't even have a scope. I'm still connecting first. I'll get this round over and done with. You know what, Jason? You're over halfway done now if you're FUT Esports.
True. It was a deagle.
It was a deagle?
He bought the deagle. Yeah, it was a deagle.
Oh, that feels rough. now you feel like you've been shortchanged.
Unless he dropped it over to a teammate and I didn't spot it, but I'm pretty sure it was a deagle. Maybe he clipped the box. Maybe it's got range fall off.
Yeah, that's pretty low, isn't it? Well, here we go. Double up setup. T-side. Krebeni. Symmetry using them. Krebeni going out long. Trying to prove that he can do it all. He can call, he can frag on the A rifle and the AWP.
And he can jiggle peek. Way to bait out the shot.
Yeah, throws a Molotov down on that corner. Now here comes G2's response. They're going to go aggressive towards top middle. They've got a good amount of space to play with here.
Deep double door smoke. Bomb is dropped by T-spawn, so a couple players got to go back to get it, which is going to take them away from kind of joining up with this play in the lower tunnels to try and get mid control, but all the kills go that way. Mid stack is shoved aside. Double kill from Krebeni. Symmetry provides one with the AWP, and all of a sudden that presence is gone.
Dude, Krebeni has nearly got like 10 kills since I called out that no one had got double figures, and that felt like 3 rounds ago. It was.
He heard you talking shit.
Dude, I'll do it more often. This is wild.
Where did those kills come from?
Just everywhere, literally just all across the map. It's insane. Krebeni is just fragging out at the moment, but let's see if SunPayus can close this one out. His 2 Molotovs lands towards him, and Jugs will stop him from coming through the window. All right, FUT Esports starting to get a little bit of momentum now. Might be too late still. That's the problem.
How does Krebeni get these kills? We saw the boost with the AWP, but I feel like that double came so fast. Give it to me, replay. Okay, just the one. Mattis was on mid-ramp, I believe, kind of tucked down, so the follow-up would have just been him pushing forward.
Aggressive mid-play, yeah, he would have just taken both of those top mid-players out.
Killed the short player and then peeked down the ramp and grabbed one more.
Damn, all right. Well done, Krebeni.
You gonna say it? You gonna say it, the C word?
I'm gonna say the O word. Overtime, Jason.
Okay.
That's what we're waiting for.
Wait,
You looked at me in shock and wonder. It's
Yeah, I
like,
was like-
oh, what are you going to say?
I thought you were going to say it was over. I thought that was the O word.
Well, over is in that sentence.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Let's find out what we got. C word or the O word. 4 rounds. FUT staying in this, and we mentioned it, about the game against Furia yesterday and Mirage outlasting that comeback, the tenacity they showed, showing a little bit of it here again.
Sees that. This is the moment. Oh, a leg shot as well. It's going to be Heavy Guard crossing over to the B-bomb site on his own, of course, and low HP.
Is Krabeni going to swap out for an AK-47, or are they just going to play this double up? There it is. Okay, double up for the cross. I wanted to get the AWP over towards the B halls. Maybe you confuse him, get an aggressive push from the B defender after the op is spotted in middle. Now swaps out to the AK. G2 giving him a lot of respect in this round. Obviously don't have a whole lot to fight with, but those aggressive stances in the past couple haven't really panned out. So here playing more standard with the pistols.
Oh. Yep. Not looking good there for SunPayus. Stuck in behind car. His teammate sent forward. Looks worse for Mattis, really. Can't see much with his head off his shoulders. SunPayus doing what he can in behind the car, and a grenade will eventually land upon him. Krabeni really getting a lot of utility damage racked up in this half as well. We got Hunter and Heavy Guard stepping back into the fray.
Ooh, if they can find Jukes though really quickly, they could actually sandwich that. It just happened too late.
I know where Heavy Guard is now too.
And his teammate's gone.
Oh, bro, his teammate is gone, but Heavy Guard doesn't need any teammates when he's got a whole deagle in his hand. That's a great shot right in the middle of the site. A very quick decision as well to reposition.
And no one's on catwalk, so they can't hear this. He actually might have a jump on one single fight.
Boom! Oh, okay, I was really hoping that
And then Krabeni was low.
That would have been out of this world, Heavy Guard. Nice shots, but that's all it is. A little bit of excitement and a final timeout for G2. Are they about to choke?
It's harder to put away than they thought it would be, isn't it? I think that's the difficulty they're going through right now. Is this team just won't let them take this to Ancient?
Again, it's Krabeni. Like, he was the difference that got them going to Mirage. They started coming back into it, then Lounge stepped up alongside of him. But Krabeni, once again, the player that is getting his team back into the game.
Yeah, he's been the kind of the starter, the engine of this team. His plays, his proactivity around the map. You can tell his comms are really marshaling the players that are around him to be involved in the action and get them involved in the game as well. Very, very cool to see his game being put together here against G2. And I can't believe we're talking about this like they're within striking distance. 12-9. FUT have just stayed alive just barely, and now they're keeping on, giving themselves a chance to survive 5 rounds straight for the FUT T side.
Demon delivering a kill on mobs. Hey, it's been a pretty quiet day at the office for Demon. It'll be quite the time for him to step up over the last couple of rounds, see if he can force overtime. Long's going to be flashed and set up for the mid doors play forward. SunPayus feeling the heat of the utility, wasn't too far off connecting that shot. That would have been the trade to bring it back to a 4v4.
Well, position of the op known as well towards CT spawn, so now going to start moving up short. Molotov to keep anyone at bay. They can come through that smoke, no problem. Hunter, late swing, gets the kill. No one's there for the trade. Comes in late, and Hunter's got that as well. Add in SunPayus' op, and now G2 are thinking Ancient is right around the corner. We've done it. We've shut him down.
Like I said, the O word, Jason. Over. As I said all along, it's looking very good here for G2 to round out this second map and send us into Ancient. Need to land up into the site. Symmetry and Demon trying to make this happen, but it's going to be very difficult to even get close to thinking about a round victory here. You've still got Hunter occupying the bomb site. Those smokes will start fading away soon. It's got to be special from Symmetry. There's one from Demon. I'm going to fight out towards Mattis, who's now stuck at elevator, but that long flank is the insurance policy, and Symmetry knows he's got to fight on 3 fronts. Goes back in the long fight, ready for the short peek. That shot was just past 20 seconds, the time ticking inside of his mind as he's trying to piece this one together, but he just can't get it done. G2 finally do, though, as Dust2 will go their way. This battle goes to Ancient, it goes to map 3, and a strong start from G2, a comeback in that second half from FUT, but really, you know, for the most of the part, G2 were in control of Dust2.
Oh yeah, they never relinquished control. Got a little.
Oh, absolutely, they got to.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I don't know. Again, as I've said, I'm with you. I would normally lean towards G2 in a situation like this, but I just want to let myself see what these first 5 rounds look like. You know, like FUT, I think has done enough to say I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and be like, I think they can get past that Dust2 loss just the way that G2 got over the Mirage thing, and they can come into this map. And if they keep playing the way they have been, you know, yesterday and today, I think this could be a very, very competitive map. So let's see what they've got, how well they're prepared here on Ancient for a third decider.
Well, let's find out. It's been G2 getting strong starts for both maps, so let's see if that is the case here on map 3. We got Hunter with some utility coming into this pistol round as they start on the T side.
Okay.
2 players towards A main, and look at the aggression here from dziugss. He's moved up all the way into A main. Have you got aware of he's clearing? He's aware of the possibility at least, but he's crossed by, and so dziugss is able to maintain position. Heavy God is not going to turn his back, and so Hunter thinks it's clear.
God.
He's going to run right past. dziugss has got the info. Can he get the kills now? Sees the shadow. Oh, seizes the chance. Hunter's gone. Bomb down. Panic stations for G2.
He's got a Molotov as well. He can pick up off Heavy God's body, but I don't even know if it's going to come to that. Look at him just spraying down through the smoke, trying to keep the attackers at bay. Mattis steps in. He's next.
What?
Has another, and that is a dominant pistol.
That is sick. And asking for a timeout, should away the coach there. So wanted to get into it, but that is a great play from dziugss. Aggression, Heavy God walking right past him.
Yeah, one missed detail.
Massive round there from dziugss to get them off to an exciting start. Look at this, bang. Straight on to Mattis, then closes out through the smoke as well. And SunPayus, fantastic work there. And we're going to see, no timer was called. I guess he was just celebrating. But we do see G2 with Tech9s on 4 plays at a Mac 10 straight away into this. They're buying up.
Okay, they want to get back into things. All right, well, now they got smokes in place. You got the Red Room smoke. You got Jaguar smoke. Now you have a Cave smoke as well. But still no progression behind that utility from the G2 side of things. It almost looks like they're just going to bum rush through Jaguar to Cave to the B bomb site with the long smoke put in place. Heavy God coming up ramp in tandem, trying to track their scaling, but the defense is set up for this. That sucks.
Oh, there's Hunter and Mattis and Morbs falling in quick succession. Krobeni and Symmetry just making quick work of this attack from G2 that gets absolutely nowhere, and the screaming begins.
When that smoke falls and that strategy that you're running and just drops, you're just like, oh, we lost.
Oh, well,
yeah, it was
well,
good.
shit, let's go next one.
It was a cool idea,
Did you go next?
Yeah, this was fun.
Well, Eco coming up next year for G2, and so it should be a nice and easy 3rd round in a row here coming in from FUT. So, you know, we asked to see if there will be a world in which FUT Esports could actually get a good start. Most likely going to get that opportunity here on Ancient. Oh, we're at round 3 of the 5 you wanted to see, Jason.
Yeah, things looking good so far. See if it continues to be that way. Going to get aggressive against just the pistol, so taking a risk here is Krobeni. He's got to be careful. They're coming through that smoke. Now he's blinded. Okay, good recovery. Able to transfer down and bring the crosshair over. But now Demon's the one who's sticking around in a little bit too much danger. Nails the shot, and he can back away. 5-on-3. These fights have worked out in the favor of FUT. And now they just pile on. No access to the ramp. No access outside the double doors, and it's a 3-0 start. Tell you what, though, like, it is risky. Taking those fights, pushing down against the Tech9s.
No, you know, a weird little lineup, and you can end up losing 2 players immediately, and you have to be. There was definitely a risk involved in that, but the pressure is handled. Now G2 get into the buy, so gotta start turning this around almost immediately. Certainly not going to be a big fan of how things started here. As AK's out across 5 straight away here for G2. Plenty of utility. Let's see what Hunter calls for their first round on weapons.
Nailed it. Nicely done, gentlemen. Got the insta-smoke down.
Yep, the elbow smoke deployed.
Pushing behind the Molotovs. MP9 close up to the smoke. G2 wants to just march their way into the A bomb site. Now, one player has shifted back. That's going to be Symmetry. He's got the FAMAS and an HE grenade. A teammate that's also Lounks with an MP9. Not the strongest defense here.
No, not at all. The FAMAS MP9, but they're softened up by utility. That will certainly help this if FAMAS gets some work done from the back of default. So first kill's good. and that's why you don't buy from us. So yeah, that's out the window. Nothing done there at all. And the M4 also toppling here at default. So G2 cut through the defenses on that A bomb site, and we are looking at their first round victory towards A.
That HE grenade was almost the saving grace. That
it was
so much damage chunking them down. That was what was going to make the FAMAS a little bit more doable, the MP9 a little bit more doable, just couldn't get the clean fights they were looking for. Good timing on the hit from G2 and able to force their way in. Only losing one player and all that as well is just a lovely way to exit the round for G2 with their first on the board. Nothing special. That's just Hunter saying, okay, well, we're hearing the mid pressure. We're hearing them push down. We're hearing them spam the smoke. Like, let's just walk into the A bomb site. They're going to have to, there's a few more seconds before they can rotate back and get in a perfect position to stop this. And it works out magnificently. So FUT not able to build up any kind of a crazy lead and bury G2 in any kind of a hole.
No, but let's see if they can bounce back immediately. It's not like they're fully reset completely after a single round loss like that. They've got everything they want because it was a bonus in the previous. So you've got an AWP coming out here for Symmetry. We've got 4 rifles out and plenty of utility. So FUT do have a chance just to bounce back immediately, responding to their first round loss. So that mid utility goes in. Lux will receive a lot of heat. In fact, he's down to 15 HP. So he's basically out of commission. And it looks like he will be here because he's blinded, he's out of bullets, and he's dead inside of mid. But Demon looking to deliver. He only gets the single kill. And it's a 3-for-3 straight away right now. 3 players on either side still alive. But that fact changes as Krabeni gets in the mix against Hunter and walks away with the advantage again.
Okay, SunPayus steps up in the middle of the map. Red room, he's got control. He can be the pivot point. 2 on 3, but they can recover this scenario. Symmetry's going to come back with the op. And, the timing is perfect.
Okay, Symmetry stepping out of the open and Heavy God to rip his head off his shoulders. So now we have a 2v2. So SunPayus inside of Red Room has the perfect position to cut out Krabeni. But this is a short chance here for dziugss to move on to the site to get this 1v1 fight going. Some utility goes in. Heavy God commits to the fight, and he knows where SunPayus was last detected. He's looking for that jewel against the Spaniard, knowing where that bomb is planted for. SunPayus doesn't bite. Doesn't budge. He's got the post-plant position for the job, but he loses half of his health. dziugss would love some utility here. He would also love a kit. He doesn't have that luxury of extra seconds to play with here. He goes into the fight, and SunPayus will cut him down. So these rounds coming close, a brawl the whole way through. In the end, G2 come out on top of it thanks to the Spaniard.
Yeah, well, I mean, also thanks to Heavy God's shot on the altar as Symmetry rotated in. That was the big one. That's a huge kill to be able to allow Heavy God to play, and it also forces the player rotating over to make his move, which allows SunPayus to capitalize. And then a nice 1v1 clutch at the end of the day. Pieced together very nicely in the 2 versus 3. And G2 have clawed this back. Within 1 round, another investment from FUT, but they're out of money after this. Could see Hunter in that previous round as well. He's got the indication. He's like, after 2 maps of play against this team, he's like, Kravini's a wild man. He's going to be pushing a smoke. He's going to be trying to find flanks. So he was aware of the possibility, missed the timing. Good shot from Symmetry. Easy with the AWP. And a 5-on-4 for FUT's defense. Not a lot of access anywhere at the moment for G2. This is that point of the round where they just kind of feel bummed out. They lost a player. You no longer have that space over in mid you can try and take control of. You're still waiting out this smoke over in cave. It just gets replenished. So anything you want to do to move around the map is kind of stalled out for the moment. Bet you wish you had that smoke now.
A little bit.
I mean, this is FUT just saying, we're just going to re-smoke cave. We're just going to funnel you to attack up ramp. And G2's trying to stall it out and wait for the smoke to fade so that cave has to be a point of danger that they consider. Which means when they eventually pull the trigger and move forward, they're not going to have a whole lot of time. These fights, these trades, they need to be quick, they need to be clean. 25 as the hit begins.
Oh, it's going to be Hunter clearing out Laux. They move forward. Symmetry will catch Hunter, dropping him, no issue.
10 seconds.
And that's true. He's killing his own teammate. Time is certainly the limiting factor here for G2. They need to get that bomb down right about now. And those kills for Krabeni have ended any hopes and dreams of G2 winning this round. Krabeni once again stepping up for FUT with some huge impact. He's going to go out after the time as well and take Heavy God away. So no mercy to G2 at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a round one by utility. That's great from FUT, just constantly re-smoking cave, stalling that out. G2 wanted to wait for it to fade. I think that last smoke that was thrown, they didn't account for that one. That just took the time way too low for that to be efficient in any sense. First time out from G2, staring at a 2-round deficit here on Ancient. And the money is going to start being the issue for G2. Without a plant in that round, with Heavy God going down after time, he's going to be stuck on a Deagle with utility. They have fully invested. They have shoved all in. But only 2 rifles being brought to the party here for G2.
Counter-terrorists win.
Yeah, slow-mo. Well, that was very dramatic.
The one last echo.
All right, well, G2, look at this battered and bruised purchase. You've got an AK for SunPayus, a Khalil for Hunter, everybody else on upgraded pistols. Straight up into the B lane. G2 taking some control. Flashes over the top of middle, setting up this push for G2. But you can see the defensive FUT is quite comfortable just to sit back a little bit more passive than they usually would, realizing that they are likely going up against a worsened buy.
Okay, now we're getting a little bit of activity at the B bomb site. 3-man push down the ramp. Nobody's home to a spot for this at the double doors. First contact would be Mattis. He's up at the jump up. We're also getting this very risky push through Lonks, but the timing works in his favor. Now, Heavy God didn't clear this on the pistol to their detriment. Is he going to clear it this time?
Will he learn? Oh, Symmetry stepping back into A-main. Oh, he spots him, but Lonks was there. That's a bit of an awkward situation for Heavy God, isn't it? You don't know which target to look at. Just as you start to think about Symmetry, Lonks suddenly appears as his bodyguard.
What a weird round, though.
Yeah, it's very weird. Now they're in the site. You got 2 players in A-main still from the CT side. You got to play a retake.
Uh-oh.
And Mattis is waiting in red room for his time to strike on this flank, and no one is checking it. Mattis is given the perfect opportunity. They all line up for him. He gets back around the corner, and the distraction is enough to set up the rest of his teammates, and somehow, someway, G2 end up winning the round with only a single player dying.
I mean, it's a 5-on-4, but it's very strange in the way the round was playing out. Like, there's not a whole lot of theory crafting when a T side comes in through red room, wraps around the A bomb site, gets the plant. You have 2 in main and 3. It's just a strange round to have to try and put together.
Yeah, that was hella weird.
They just got lost, completely lost.
Don't really know how that even happens, and FUT Esports are going to be feeling very frustrated about that, because the ramifications are that they're now having to play with an M4 and 4 pistols, just like that. Their strong purchases are out the window.
Crazy way for that round to turn out, and now changing the entire nature of this game. G2, I mean, they just have a stranglehold all of a sudden. If they can win this round, it's like now we get a run up the scoreboard. Yeah, there's a little bit more nade damage from the team.
A couple of weird rounds like that on Mirage, if you remember as well, where FUT really shouldn't have lost them, and we're able to bounce back and stabilize regardless. We gotta have that same mentality. Now look at this idea from Krabeni. He pushed into A-main. He's the only rifle carrier.
And Mobs would normally be checking this on a timing, but in his mind, he's like, okay, now
he's come back.
He's coming back. Boop.
Oh, surely you don't expect the second player though. So, oh, he's turned back. Krabeni didn't really move on it. So Mobs is expecting, anticipating the possible second wave of that attack. And here comes the push, clearing out Hunter heavily there. So that's a better weapon available. Not much better, and it's now gone as Symmetry falls in the hands of SunPayus. Great turn back to deal with Krabeni at elbow as well.
Okay, one more crazy kill from Lonks with the Deagle. All right, Heavy God's got to give it up. Mattis finds a kill, and now it's a 1v3. It should all be over. Boxed in. He's got way too many players to consider. Tries to step into one fight, but Mattis handles it. And G2 do capitalize on that. They take all the money away from the FUT defense, tying things up at 4, but giving themselves all the advantages inside the server.
Well, tight scoreline, money gone though for FUT, so G2 very likely to be heading into the lead now And Hunter knows what's up. He's got the MAC-10 out. He knows they've broken them. And so they're going to be going heavy towards B. So the mentality for G2 is strength in numbers. They're walking towards a stack. All 5 players are here. So it's the best chance to get something done here for FUT Esports. And if you're Hunter, you're like, well, everyone's here. So get out of here, guys.
And they are indeed just going to book it. They bail out. So Hunter, he's at least got the call for the boys. Nice and easy. 5-4 for... Actually, I shouldn't call it that early, but this seems insane. There shouldn't be any chance they actually win this.
I think you can call it that early, Jason.
Let's see if things get crazy.
Well, let's see. Crazy certainly will be the word, and it won't get crazy.
Nope.
It'll get destroyed. We've got Demon on 3 HP stuck in middle, and it's going to be a 5-4 lead here for G2. So, you know, the stack kind of worked out for the 1 kill. It's kind of all you can hope for. And a timeout here for FUT.
Yeah, they're firsts. Probably feeling a little bit of shock at how quickly the nature of this game has changed. They were in control. They were feeling really comfortable. They were handling the executes pretty damn well. One crazy round, and all of a sudden they had to save, and now you're kind of staring at a deficit 4-5. So buying back up, but one thing you're missing that's been nice for them to have is symmetries. Oh, that's not going to be in the field of play. So no AWP that you know Hunter and G2 have to worry about as they navigate the map. Utility's been good. You've got 5 smokes. You got 4 Molotovs, so that's all right. Still a little bit light on kits. And FUT gets right back into the action.
Smoke at Red Room, Cave, Donut. And now the walk down into middle here for Laux. They look to apply the pressure, but G2 not charging out at the elbow just yet, and then Mulps decides to go, and Kerbeni has handled that business. Now Mattis realizes a response is needed, and he's swift to move into the B side. He's taken Demon down. He's going to try and take as much ground as he possibly can here and sit tight. His teammate's still a long way off, and that rotation has arrived. His cutaway 1 couldn't get the second. Would have been a lot to ask, but he knows the rotation's been charging in, so that surely means an opening on A.
I think they wasted time, though. SunPayus and HeavyGod were actually coming back to join up with Mattis at the B bomb site instead of actually just going away and using him as a distraction. So this has cost maybe 15 seconds or so to get them back to commit to the A site. So now FUT has a better idea of what's going on in the map. Still a tough situation. They've got a man advantage in a retake, but remember, they don't have any of the kits. Very weak buy economically, so they're going to make do with what they can. And 1 smoke remaining on jugs.
Moving in, they got past the scope the first time. SunPayus is going to use this opportunity to reposition him behind the big box. And again, a missed shot from SunPayus. He can't afford to miss those. It's giving ground. Every single missed shot is giving chances. And that flick out is good. Couldn't get the follow-up, so it's HeavyGod who's designed for this moment. A 1v1 clutch up against Jugs. A tap on the defuse, but it's not the stick, and there's no kit on his back. And so HeavyGod will walk out, and he won't get the kill, but regardless, Jugs not going to be able to pick it up. The fist bumps come in as G2 realize they've still won the round, and they continue to find success.
Yeah, Sonny P spotted him too as well with those misses. Let him get really close, but locked in when they needed it. One nice shot that activates HeavyGod, and finally, HeavyGod gets a little success from that A main position. That's the 3rd or 4th time we've seen him there, and is able to have impact this time. Good round win, good recovery. A 2 versus 3-1 by HeavyGod and SunPayus together in tandem.
So now a couple of pistols, SMG coming out here for FUT Esports, but very likely we see G2 take 7. Best case scenario left on the table at that point, a 7-5 half for FUT Esports. But G2 have done well to stabilize after a little bit of a rocky start to the map.
Yeah, they were getting bruised a little bit early on, but it seems like they've actually figured it out. Now we're just going to pop into this B bomb site against pistols, tons of nade damage, and the kills go the way of the AKs.
Yeah, nice and easy there for G2, just marching their way into the B bomb site. Can't complain about this result for G2 to take over the site itself. And at this point, if you're FUT Esports, do you even want to just throw the Kevlar into the mix or just save it? I think there's no point at.
Yeah, keep it for the weapons in the next round. Good call from Hunter over on G2 side of things. One of the rounds they had knew he had a huge economic advantage. Just goes for something simple. Doesn't want to get picked apart by pistols. Fully wheel your way into that B bomb site. So 7-4, favorites in the lead and starting to grow and build that lead. So going to put a lot of pressure on Kerbeni in the second half, calling his team to a win on the T side of Ancient. They got the pistol round as well.
Yeah, that was a Jugs moment, if you remember it.
I mean, oddly enough, it hasn't felt this way because it was close most of the way through until just recently G2 grabbed control. But, you know, this is a 6-1 run, so 7-1 run so far for G2.
Yeah, when you put it that way, it doesn't feel very close,
No,
does it?
exactly. It's like when it started on round 4, and it's just been G2 just smoking them. So the early 3 rounds have made the scoreboard look a little bit better, but this is dominant from G2.
Just another heavy sight hit coming out. In fact, all 5 players are going towards A main. AWP is good for 1. Symmetry now realizes what's up. Utility missing, and he's going to drop back into the temple. Better pray that his teammates get here in time.
He's going to be happy with the 5-on-4 he's given his team, although now that's equalized, so going to want one more back. Taking the angle towards the big box. Hunter has pushed up towards CT. That makes everyone feel nervous, and this retake still looking discombobulated.
Holding them back, but Symmetry's given another chance. A needless peek, really, that from SunPayus to step into the open. And that has given the player advantage to FUT Esports at the end of this half. Can they make the most of it? Heavy card, still fending them off. Dispatches of Krebeni as he tries to come through Temple. Now the fights go down from Donut, and it's all Heavy card trying to make this happen alone, and he just can't do it off the top of the toll box. FUT Esports secure a 5th round. We've got one great game of Counter-Strike being set up here in Ancient. We'll see if this back and forth continues as we head into the second. G2 versus FUT Esports rages on here on the third and final map of this series. FUT Esports started today with optimism that they might be able to get another upset versus G2 after a win against Furia yesterday. The Mirage going FUT's way to kick off the series, we thought the same, but G2 fought back on Dust2, and now we'll figure out where this one ends on Ancient. FUT Esports still have a chance of that upset, but it does feel like G2 are the better squad at the moment.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, with the nature of the way this series has played out, I mean, FUT might just come in and just barrel into them and get up to that critical mass, get locked, screaming, build up some momentum. Things could get crazy still. I'm here for it. I want things to get crazy. I want things to get weird.
Yeah, we're all waiting for that. We're sitting back. The coach is having to say over here for the side of FUT.
I mean, part of it too, like, I think if you're FUT here, if you're these players, what's going through your head right now is like, well, like, especially like someone like Laux, who had that Mirage to start this series, 28 kills across the map. He's quieted off since then. Dust2, no one was really doing anything too crazy, but even on this map, he's been quiet. We haven't seen Demon much today. There's a lot of skill, there's a lot of power in some of these players that we haven't seen yet today. So again, it's like, with that inexperience too, it can be frustrating that you're not delivering like that, but this is where you have to have that mentality of like, I'm gonna have my chance. It's gonna come to me. I'm gonna have a chance to have an impact in this game. So if you get one of those guys stepping up on the FUT side of things, this can be a series, or this can be a game real quick. Already is a series here on the third map of Ancient. Final half to be played. One of these two teams moving on. One of these two teams gonna take a loss and drop down to the lower bracket.
Well, let's find out who it's going to be. As FUT now switch to the T side, they're going to be heading to the B bomb site, and it's empty.
They've been calling a lot of B rushes and fast-paced pistol rounds okay, this is...
But it's completely empty.
Okay, this is... I would imagine this has to be like an anti-strat from G2, right?
It has to be. But it's not working. Anti-strat to themselves? Like, maybe. Well, here we go. B site, and it's working out for FUT. They throw the utility in. They're going to go, where is everyone? Okay, well, great. Well, that'll be the B bomb site. Thank you very much. There's a bomb plant. And now it has to be a retake from G2.
Strange.
But
Very
could be
strange.
exciting here.
Yeah, I mean, they have a kit. They have a smoke and a kit on Mattis. So we're going to come in. It's just this initial fight. It's all decided here.
Well, going down. First two kills go the way of the T's. Then back from Heavy God. Heavy God silenced by Demon. It's just too much ground gain here for FUT Esports. The gamble has not paid off for G2 yet. They've still got a kit available. Remember that, and utility.
Uh-oh.
If Mattis can get... Oh my God, they've won it. Mattis has come back in. Yeah, a little flick of the wrist because that is ridiculous. That looked like that was going to be FUT written all over it. Mattis just saves the day.
Oh, if you're FUT, you're so sad right now.
They really put their foot in it, huh?
Yeah, right. Oh, God damn it. I don't have any words. Great retake, but that still feels like they should have just been... That is like the death corner. Turning this should be like near impossible. USP's doing great work, and that's Mattis shaking his hand because that's an instant headshot. That's an instant headshot, and there we go. Round's done. But man, when you watch this back as FUT, you're like, man, we had a chance to take control of this. And an empty bomb site on the pistol round. We had everything we wanted.
Oh, good shot from Lounge just out of the left side. That's going to be SunPayus. Lounge to follow up as well. Heavy God taken out. And it ends up being Hunter and Mobs left. Just Hunter.
Dude.
And this is just FUT just running at it, frustrated about their previous round loss. They want nothing to do with it. So they make the most of the bomb plant in the previous round at least.
Fine, we'll win it this time.
Yeah. Convincingly.
I don't think G2 expected a B rush at all. Everyone was kind of lost with that action. Instantaneous headshot on the first player, but after that, no one from G2 could really align in what fight was going to be coming next. Immediate rebuttal from FUT to make them forget about the pistol round. That opening shot is wild.
We can.
Let's see it again. Okay, we're past it a little bit. But here we go. Here's Demon chiming in, getting close up, getting some space, playing behind the smoke, protecting his team. 10 kills for Demon. It's 6-8. And 5-7s and P250s across the board for G2.
Well, 4 5-7s. here for G2. A P250 for Mobs.
FUT's just like, let's just not lose this round. Far back is Krabeni over towards the B bomb site, just watching the double doors for a push, and 4 players staying outside of elbow, just being like, let's just see if there's anything wild coming in first. Slow and cautious, playing the grouped up trade game. Can't fault him.
SunPayus slipping through.
They got all the time in the world to let this smoke fade. The only issue they really have on the map at the moment, although Krabeni's doing a good job of closing that, is you don't know where G2's pushing elsewhere. Krabeni's got a position where he can have good eyes to make sure they can't get wrapped upon.
There's Mobs, and he gets cleared out by Symmetry. That's Mobs to be removed, and the first step but FUT Esports is collected as they will put all the utility in place on the A side to feel comfortable. Krabeni even handling the backtracking here from Hunter. Just about though, 4 HP left on him. Duke's gonna fall up to the red room. Laux thinking sure Mattis will fall quickly after. And the gap is now 1 round, so really is back on.
Gap is now 1 round, and there's going to be no money to play with for G2. These 2 saved 5-7s into the next round. That's it with the armor. Other than that, they should be mostly saving maybe a few upgraded P250s, but you're going to want all the cash in the bank if you're G2 for what's to come after the fact. So FUT right back in this to start things off, even despite the pistol round going a little bit crazy. Nice kill from SunPayus. Oh, he can do so much more. Important headshot from Krabeni to take him down before the last players were going to get eliminated. That would have been a lovely amount of AK-47s hitting the deck, but SunPayus can't pull it off. 7-8. And G2 is going to be playing with pistols. Bonk's being very vocal, which, I don't know, not terribly surprising considering in an inexperienced team, he's probably got the most. You can obviously tell from the way he's been screaming all day long, he's kind of the emotional center. Missed Red Room insta-smoke. Nobody home to take advantage of it.
Well, a lot of people home on the A bomb site. This is the best chance for G2 to make something happen here. They made the right gamble this time.
Yeah, but well, think of it this way. With how vocal Laux was, I wonder if this is his call.
Well, you might never call again if they lose this, right? Like, this is Laux around the back. At least he's the man to save it. He's the man to detect that the stack is there, but it still gets messy and then recovered by FUT. So just Mats is left now with the with the USP. He might be able to get something extra, but even then he's taken down.
That's an IGL scream. IGL scream right there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now they're back in things.
I don't even think that was Lance that time screaming. I think he was like chilling. I think I was his teammate was on him.
Who was that? Who else is getting in the screaming now? We haven't seen it all day.
I know, it'd be cool to see if someone else is capable of it. I mean, he needs a break. He's probably ripped his vocal
I know,
cords.
he's like, someone else do this one for me. Well, it's 8-8. It's all tied up. So now we get into the exciting stuff of this game because down the stretch, both teams have all the money they could possibly want. SunPayus with the op. We got another B rush as well.
Yeah, it's quick. It's real fast. Oof. Oh my god, look at that grenade damage. That is huge. Heavy Guard going to be waiting. And it's a good kill here on Demon. Juke to respawn with 1, but G2 putting a stop to it. Heavy God is the man to do the heavy lifting. It's a 3K until he's removed by Krabeni. And, you know, if there's one player I'm believing in today about winning this kind of clutch, it would be Krabeni.
They don't expect this.
He's gone aggressive. Oh, they lined up, and Mobs is quick to the trigger. And you can see their hands to the head there as they realize that he could have done that one, Krabeni. That could have been a round he could have won.
Fantastic save from Mobs. I'll tell you what, though, boy, do B rushes look a little bit different if you don't get that first kill. If you don't find the opening and create the space for everyone else to follow up, you could see the trade game and the crossfires that G2 had so much more efficient. This time, Krabeni can't get away from a cheeky B rush call out of nowhere.
Mobs, 59 health left. Just straight off the bat, he's the player to take some damage. Things will slow. There's no chaotic attack from G2 trying to challenge the mid push out here from FUT. So they're giving mid control to play with here.
Gotta get past the SunPayus off. He'll be smoked out over at his angle and donut, so his gaze turns to A main. And just looking at the mini-map, that's where it looks like FUT want to finish this. Readjusting their players from middle. The back around towards A main. 3-player attack there. You've got Lounx looking for a flank, working in tandem with Kerbeni over in middle. They're going to want to pounce towards Donut as this hit begins.
SunPayus coming back over, trying to catch them as they run out towards this AWP, but he's blinded, he's held back. He's got to worry about mid as well. And the real threat was charging through A main at him. That flank from mid just didn't come the way he thought, and so that's the site taken over. The aggressive play from Mattis is caught. Heavy guard can't do anything, and yeah, celebration getting loud all across the team now. Jugs, Lounx, and Kerbeni.
It's so simple too. It's like that's just that they just call that and go into it and just make it happen. There's no like really working the map. There's no real piecing together where this defense is playing or rotating into. That's just the blind call at the moment. And they trade their way all the way in. Shooting has been sharp for FUT. And G2 trying desperately to withstand it, but they've been knocked off kilter. Back to just pistols yet again. Saw FUT do it a couple times on the CT side in the first half. The aggression down middle, trying to control middle from the CT side. Haven't really seen that out of G2 yet in this half. The way the rounds have kind of been won and lost and gone back and forth, money hasn't been particularly great, so I don't know. Maybe they just haven't felt like they've had the resources.
Oh, this is disastrous right now. Symmetry trying to hold on. Oh my god, that's the bomb. That is just... Oh, I don't even know what to say about that. That is disgusting. Lounx scroll wheel jumping, getting caught. It's absolute chaos, and it's all falling apart here. We need Jukes to step up. Otherwise, this is going to be the most disastrous round of FUT yet.
All USPs.
He goes to the left, and he's down straight away. No way. They just got eco'd. At this point in the game, you need a timeout. That is... Oh, that is disastrous indeed.
Yeah, but that's also, I mean, that's inexperience in calling, I think. That's way too many times you're trying to go back to this, bully your way up the B ramp into the bomb site. You've done it on a number of rounds already. Did it in round 2 with the rush. Did it just a couple rounds back and got shut down. Now you try it again in the middle stage of this half, and that's just G2 saying, you know what, they've done a lot of B rushes and we're on an eco, so let's just stack it up and see what happens, and goddamn, does it look good. If you're G2. Looks horrible if you're FUT. That's like the second mouse wheel jump I feel like I've seen Lounx just kind of bust out in a random fight.
Rough. It's got to be one of the most frustrating feelings here, all just getting stuck in the ramp with USPs peppering you down.
Man, that's an incredible missed opportunity for FUT. Those are the missed opportunities that prevent you from causing the upsets. In their minds, they're thinking this should be 10-9. We should have the lead. It should be ours. Once again, G2 not challenging in middle, but getting information. Mobs breaks the smoke. It's tons of bullets in return. So it calls it out, shifts over to the A bomb site. That brings SunPayus over as well.
Oh, Hunter mowing them down. Just a double. Bomb is loose, picked up again, and trying to get a response going quickly here. FUT, they're backing out of the red room, not wanting to get caught here. Kerbeni wants a favorable fight, just couldn't get one. And Kerbeni goes away, so we now have a 4v2, and it might just be the point. This might just be the turning point of the game that allows G2 to win it. And if it's getting eco'd, oh my god, that is going to be an absolute nightmare.
I know, but it's just, we see it so many times with the underdogs. There's such a good fight, and then just one huge mistake, one huge round. And all of a sudden, it feels like they're just out of the fight. Heavy God's going to wait on the other side of this smoke. Going to be nice and easy if he swings on through. And as that smoke is about to fade, Heavy God finds a new position. Oh, this is creative. Whoop. I mean, you can almost just see, like, it feels like G2 have regained control, but like I get this sense of like palpable relief from these guys when we go to their cams after rounds. Like the deep exhales, you can see Heavy God here telling people to chill, trying to keep the calmness, the emotion in check within the team. G2's been very pressured across this series, and they're starting to see the finish line at the other end. 11-9 up against Glocks and a Tech 9. Uh-oh, but the Tech 9 delivers, and it's on now. They aren't going to slow. Heavy God holds the line, sprays down 3.
Okay, Heavy God.
Okay, there he is.
Yeah, slamming down the hammer on this B-bomb side. Heavy God destroying FUT, telling his team to chill because he is certainly comfortable on this B site. And Krabeni stuck inside of cave. Oh, nothing he can hope to pull off here alone. That is a heartbreaking finish to this series here for FUT Esports. Lots to learn. You can see Heavy got just sitting back.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, we actually got away with one, didn't we?
That's what I'm saying. Is it just looks like he's just such relief from this G2 side, which how hard they've had to work today against this FUT team. And now they've got 3 chances to close things out. It's the final timeout for FUT to piece things together. This T side, it feels, has run out of steam, run out of ideas. Everyone a little bit quiet, looking down the line, looking for your coach, your IGL to make the call that's going to keep you fighting back. And they've shown incredible tenacity. We mentioned it against Furia yesterday and the Furia comeback on Mirage. Mentioned against even G2 today earlier on. You could see they're just not quitting in these games. And one more time, they're going to have to muster that up to be able to try and force overtime at 9-12. They need 3 in a row.
Every turn we've talked about FUT Esports tenacity, being able to get back into games when it seems done, but this
Look at the nade damage.
might just be another level, right? Yeah, you just got so much damage done to you at the start of the round as well. Mentality likely to be shot, space on the map taken away, big control on B-Lane, completely controlled here by G2.
How did G2 manage this retreat, though, when this smoke clears? Do they want to stick around? Because actually, Krabeni just spotted one, and if they stick around as the smoke fades, there could be a really fast, aggressive pop. Good time to refresh the smoke over at elbow to block access, and FUT gives up the idea that I was just mentioning. They say, okay, it's not there anymore. We're going to go elsewhere.
And G2 taking more and more control in that time being. And so you've only got one option left for FUT. That's just go to this A site.
That was your map presence in Krabeni, so it's got to be this execute. They just pull the trigger, and now SunPayus' op will be called upon.
And the op will answer the call straight away on Demon. Grenade about to break open the smoke here with Donut. And there's an easy frag for SunPayus as well. It's just Symmetry left alone. A valiant attempt today coming through from FUT Esports. Symmetry's doing what he can. Be a 1v4 if he was able to pull this off. He's got the first 2, and now steps into the donut, into the den. Waiting for him is SunPayus, and the relief of G2 as they rip the headsets off. They've got the job done. They get the win versus FUT Esports. That was a hard-fought series, though, Jason. They lose the first map of Mirage. Dust2, a good bounce back, but at points that it felt like Ancient was about to go